Alright. Okay. Watch out for what? So hungry. I was so distracted with everything yesterday that I completely didn't eat. And then I just woke up a moment ago hearing Grayley scream something about how rocks were insulting her and she went to go punch them in the face. I don't know. I'm doing great, thank you. Okay. This is what I need. This one. Of course, this one would take a hot minute. I really don't need to use those buttons. I technically just... It's not important. I know the material for my thing. I don't need to worry about a book. It's one of them. Here we are. And he ran into the door. up all night preparing this lesson, worrying about how things might change now that everything's going on. Some might say I should probably go see a doctor about getting some sort of like anti-anxiety medication, but the last thing I want to do is go there because they'll probably steal my blood. Last thing I want them is to have my blood. Hopefully the lesson today goes well. Given everything that's gone on recently, we need to know. Did I? I think I'll get out fresh ingredients later today. Pick up one for someone else. This morning. It's too quiet. I know that's horrible for me to say, but, you know, it might be it. Yeah, I know it's bad juju, but that doesn't necessarily mean... Why am I talking to the voices in my head? You don't exist. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. As crazy as that one dude that I see running around. What is his name? Bernard? Hey there, Pebbles.
Hiya.
You're the first one to show up. We'll be meeting inside the classroom.
Well, I'm
if
only
you
gonna
wanna just-
be.
Well, I can briefly cover it since I think I overheard
you
that
work
you
from
did
Sorry, you
say
think
that
you
you were going to head into
know
the
things.
volcano or something.
But then you see
That's not happening today, but I won't be around for long. I need to go lie down. Yeah, the punch Cornelius gave me yesterday still doing wonders.
There's nothing all that bad. Well, you should leave the door closed.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's my fault. I was standing right beside of it. Most that I wanted to tell people about was, there was a magical anomaly that ended up happening. A gun that was causing people to feel murderous. You may have heard about it. Tenen has people
Huh.
investigating it. But beyond that, just be careful if you happen to come across any items that are out of place. My only theory is something
Did that have something to do with Flint yesterday?
I haven't heard about anything that happened with Flint.
With Flint, he was like possessed in the morning and wanted to shoot everyone close to him.
Huh.
Sounded like some spirits had him.
That sounds very close to what we were investigating with the specific gun that we found. It was found at the air district. I don't know if it was the same gun.
If I don't know if Bo has talked to you about it yet, but they showed me the bullet casings from that yesterday.
Yeah.
They're definitely corporate, and there seems to be some kind of enchantment on them.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
That's as far as I know, or as far as I could figure out from them. And this kind of magic just smells like Masaru trying to cause the tent.
It sounds like they're trying to give
obviously
themselves a reason by putting something into someone else's hands, have that summer, for whatever reason, start doing things, and then them show up and say, hey, look, proof that you guys can't control yourselves.
Can't look after ourselves. Not like they needed a reason before, but it seems like they're looking for one now. Maybe they're trying to justify themselves. Okay.
But beyond that, nothing else is all that important. I was going to talk about possibly maybe re-establishing the barrier over the library just for safety. And maybe even talk about...
I think that's a good move.
Maybe in the future we might want to think about having it limited who can actually open and close the entry. To maybe... Coven members or
should we get library cards or something?
maybe. I was actually thinking of maybe a sort of amulet that maybe people could have. Just something, I don't know, to limit just how freely some people can come in and out.
I think a coven. I'm mostly saying this because I think a coven library card would be kind of cute to have, but yeah, that's just me.
I like the idea too. I'll definitely brainstorm it. And the other
Okay.
thing was those who are involved with the coven. I wanted to sort of like give everyone sort of like an idea of who they are and what they do. And so I was thinking of there being
Mm.
like teachers, students, and protectors. People who are here to teach other mages, those who are just here to learn, and those who are here to protect the interests of the coven.
Okay.
I don't
I
know
think I've learned quite a
necessarily
bit
who
learning
what
rune
that.
crafting, so
Oh, are you a room crafter that's down here, or you just do that personally?
no, I'm the well, I work with Sonata, who actually owns the store, but I think I've got more experience with rune crafting, so I could absolutely teach,
Okay,
and I could probably teach some general magic as well.
then I'll consider you a teacher for now, if that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm not in any state to fight right now.
Of course. I was
Okay.
thinking mainly Tinin, people like that, for being a protector kind, or maybe Fenris. They don't seem patient enough to be
I think
teachers.
Fenris is seen. Yeah, definitely. Fenris might be putting a bit much on him because he's been through a lot. Tenon definitely though would work as he's ready to fight at any given moment.
If anything, it's just more knowing those who are part of the coven, what they're here for. With everything that's going on lately, I
Hmm.
need to know whose interests lie where. I don't want to. I don't want to associate myself with someone whose interest doesn't align with our own, and could end up bringing something down on our heads.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you for your time.
Um.
That'll be everything that I can think of while
No,
going over today.
that's all right. If you ever need anything, just shout. Um. Yeah, I guess I'll head to Papa and chill for a little bit and rest this before I go back home. You have a good rest of your day. Be
You too.
safe.
Oh, you like my character? Thank you for liking my character.
I was gonna, hang on. If you're talking, I can't hear you. I got my headphones in. I was gonna ask if the place is open, because, been a while since I read a good book.
I mean, Espa's right at the door. If you wanna, if you wanna
I saw the
try and ask to
glowing
get
eyes
in.
by there. Oh,
Hello.
she's opened it. Is that right if I pop in again?
Sure. Just as long as you leave things in the library, that'd be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not that kind of person. I enforce law. I don't, break it.
Thank you.
You remember last time I was in here and I found that rock book? That was weird.
Why was it weird?
Oh, because it was the book. Where'd you go?
Sorry,
Oh, there
I've
you
been
are.
trying to
See,
teach myself to
yeah.
keep closing the door behind me, and I keep forgetting to.
Oh yeah, that's an important thing. What I realized is there's some books in here that are a little weird. I found one that was just titled Rock, and it had a picture of a rock on the front, right? And I flipped to every single page, and I didn't find any words. It was just different pictures of rocks. Some of them were even of the same rock. It was a bit weird. And then, I don't know, I saw something that made me think it was some, like, golem smut or something. I don't know. But either way, I wanna believe there's some, like, more detailed reads in here. There's only so much the local news can get me on this little, pad here. And I just want to, I want to see what you all have down here.
Yeah, this is all stuff regarding various spells, things that people might want to learn. We usually have these sorted out
Magical
by
knowledge.
affinity. Over here we have, let's see if I can remember correctly. Earth? No, no. Fire, earth, water, wind? Where was earth upstairs and wind down here? You'll have to forgive me.
Not sure.
And also mana.
So is
Everything
it all
except
about
for shadow.
magic, or there's some readings on like histories of magic or philosophies around them?
There's history books. There's books from people who have actually taught here. I was actually doing some research just last night on things.
Oh wow. That's
But
something else.
things about spirits, things about information
Actually,
and stuff around here.
mind if I see a book about spirits then? I was a little bit curious about those little things
Of
floating
course, give me
outside.
1 second. I actually
we,
pulled that book out just earlier. If you'll wait right there
Oh,
quick.
very good. Oh, okay.
I didn't see much point with you just following around. If I could just go quickly grab it. But there, that one should cover at least some of the basic principles of the spirits. We have little knowledge
The
on
basic
spirits
principles is
themselves
one thing, right?
beyond, well, those who could tell you more about spirits are those known as spirit walkers. People like Tinin, Wisp, Ahi.
Wait, Tinin, that's a familiar name. Is he the tall dude with the horns?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't like me very much. Wisp, however.
He's
White mushroom?
very, uncomfortable around
Temperamental?
individuals. He's very wary. He's been, to put it bluntly, he's been screwed over a lot, so...
No, I can understand that. Not exactly nice to live down here. If he's not watching his own, then that can become a problem. I shouldn't talk about him while he's outside. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, is he... I will have to say that I'll be holding a meeting here soon, so if you don't plan on staying for very long, I need to make sure that this place is clear, so I'll let you know right before we start, so that way you can head on out.
Sure. Yeah, let me know. I'll hop right on out, but I do want to sit down and read a little
cool.
bit.
Feel free to take your time.
That's okay with you.
How?
Yeah?
Yes.
With a gun? Wouldn't
You
crush
could-
it?
You could talk to Voxine.
That's what this hand is for. And I was capable of using a gun when the aliens were attacking. Bo was able to make it bigger, so that this hand could use one.
Huh.
Yeah, you could talk to Voxine. I mean, they seem to know
It's
their way
not
around
foreign
things.
for me to be able to use a gun. I've taken enough of them to know how to use them.
I can't use a gun, my hands are too small.
Talk to Voxine. I make do.
Have you tried using rock spikes?
No? No, I haven't.
This is a very tiny gun.
Yes, it is. It's standard issue, apparently. I can't get one bigger. Do you mind if I get my thing that the tailor
Oh,
made for me at the office?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot. I needed to slip away, and I forgot to grab it on the way out. Okay. Alright.
I think
Can we
I'm
just
going
take this
to...
to my...
Once you get back from taking that to wherever you need to, I think I'll put out a call saying that I would like people to actually gather.
Okay.
I kind of
I'll
wanted
be
to get
back.
this out of the way.
Are you coming out?
No, I was just closing the door behind you.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay. Alright. One thing that was very interesting that I found out was that in that one book was one of the interesting things. So, I'm sort of rambling to myself. That's how I think. Anyways, one of the interesting things about looking at the spirit shrines and everything was the fact that there was a note from Kiara actually, stated how, there's a particle associated with magic, an actual physical existence, something tangible, and that it specifically can't interface with technology. Which would explain why, even with us knowing how in the world to generate electricity or lightning, that specific version of electricity wouldn't actually work. Something about that particle does not like technology. I don't know why. It also stated that these particles seem to originate from some place beyond this physical plane, meaning that there's a good chance that magic comes from the spirit plane. That it's not part of this reality, that it's leaking into this reality. The ability to manipulate these particular elements, these are a different breed of atom, it seems. I think I need to take a look at the shrines next. Actually, take the affinity meter. I don't know if it will actually show me anything about it, but it will be better than doing nothing. I need to actually talk to Rayleigh specifically of how that works. I know the result of it, but how does it actually identify a person's affinity? Why is it measuring? And based on that measurement, does that measurement, people seem to react when they're near shrines, especially when they're associated with their affinity. There are a couple of shrines that I believe aren't exactly the same shrines. Maybe they're inert. I do remember hearing that the Shadow Shrine was a shrine that seemingly was built, hopefully, to replace access. Did I say Shadow? I meant Mushroom Shrine. Mushroom Shrine was built to replace access to the Shadow Shrine. Mushroom Shadow. My brain. Hello, Coven members, anyone who's on this radio. I will be starting here in about, say, 10 or 15 minutes, so if any Coven members wanted to attend this meeting, please head on over here. Thank you. they can't make it, I'll just have to tell them personally. Not that it's hard to cover. Talking with Pebbles allowed me to sort of sum up things pretty succinctly.
Really, the last will
Hey,
like a child, like inference of. But yeah.
are you enjoying your eating?
Yeah, there's it's not much more than I expected at the start, but there's an interesting little chapter on the behavior of spirits, and it's funny. It's like everyone's trying to research, but not understand. If that makes sense.
Depends on the researcher, but yes, a lot of people seem to detach themselves when they're actually investigating magic, which is technically what the lesson that I plan on holding today would be about. Was more addressing how spirits and magic itself are intertwined, and how we need to respect that. I just
Well,
came
that's a
in here
no-brainer,
briefly
right?
to,
The reason why the spirit's around is because of it.
Exactly. I'm just letting you know that in about, say, 8 to 13 minutes, maybe less, I'll be starting that meeting, so...
Right. So, it's part about here about the behavior of the spirits. Do you know why it is that they, spirits are, formerly people, right? I'm not going crazy with that, with that bit.
Certain ones,
That's a
yes.
little later in here, I imagine. Right. But, why is it that they become more childlike when they pass to become a spirit? I mean, over
Well-
here it says a speculation, but what's your thought?
Well, spirits aren't all specifically from this plane. There are also creatures from a different area, a spiritual plane. And so they are sort of alien to this world. It's not so much that they're childlike, but more naive.
Yeah. There's that right there.
A lot
Right.
of people
It's like the,
interprets their curiosity. Oh, hey there, Fishbowl.
you didn't even knock.
Well,
There's
it's
nothing
not
to
like
knock
we have
on.
a door.
Oh, you can knock on the wood. I'll accept that.
I don't even know if Fishbowl can knock.
Is it like a little, like, kind of pudgy sound kind of thing? Oh.
Use my nails.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. A little tap. I like that. Like a signature. I'm reading about spirits, talking with the S3E4 in here about the, how they work,
But yeah, a lot of people misinterpret
Apparently,
their curiosity as childlike behavior, but really it's just them trying to figure out how this world works. Just as if we were to go to their reality, we'd probably act the same way. We'd probably look like children to them. Unsure and curious.
I was thinking more so the little grabby hands kind of, mentality. You know how kids like to grab at everything they see. You put something in front of them, they just, fingers all over
Usually
it.
they grab it and then put
Sometimes.
it in their mouths, but I mean,
Hands-
Yeah, exactly, that too.
Hands-on
That
is
too.
how you figure out
straight
things
to
and
the
stuff,
mouth.
you know?
Yeah. What do you think it's like in that other plane, then?
I don't personally know, but I do know that Tinin and Ahi have been there. I don't know who else.
Something to ponder, then. Be into another plane of existence.
I know that ever since Ahi went, she doesn't ever want to leave, technically. She keeps talking about how everything would be fine if we were all just spirits, which makes me concerned, but...
Isn't she also, like, probably clinically insane?
Debatable. I think that
I mean,
she's
I say
just
that with
very...
the utmost respect, but, like, the second time that I saw her, she started laughing like a maniac, so I have my concerns.
Maybe. She's harmless in the end. She usually just toys around, and Tenon likes to keep an eye on her, so...
Oh yeah, he likes to keep an eye on her, alright. Yeah.
If you'll excuse
If
me,
it's
I'm going to
harmless,
go
then
check to see if
I could
anyone
probably
else
take your
showed
word for
up.
it.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
as long as you give her something to burn that's not necessarily anything of value, she still doesn't mind it. She just likes burning things.
That can go wrong really fast.
It can, but that's why it's controlled. Same thing that I had made so that way she doesn't burn any of our books. Give her
Right.
something specific to burn and she's satisfied and goes about her day. Kind of like a child. Strangely like a child. Anyways.
It's a really scary child.
Not wrong.
Maybe we both can go together and get Yeah, I'd be okay with that. All right. Hello. Well, okay.
Hey, Bo.
Esper,
Yes.
I hope it's not too much
I
to
found-
ask, but we have a
I don't really know.
gun thing that we found. We've got a
We found. I've got some. You know those bullets that had stuff carved in them. We found a few of them over by the Shadow District. They're in this
the
bag.
thing that make people do angry shit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Shells or
Shells.
I just
And a
want to
gun.
let
So
you know
expended.
that we kind of
And a
have
gun?
company. So about this stuff, can we hold on for just a moment talking about this? Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, long story short, I made a bad impression at first, and I'm trying to make amends. Hopefully I can do right by the people here. Been trying at least.
As long as you don't
I
treat
see
people
people
like
outside, so I
assholes.
assume that's the,
Yes, they're starting to
well,
gather
I treat
around.
everyone the same. Everyone's an asshole until they're proven otherwise, right?
In this day and age, sometimes you have to treat people that way. But, yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to. It is what it is. I don't mind it. Where do I,
mean,
put
I-
this? Back
I
on the
just-
shelf or what?
Just shut it down over there and I'll put it away.
Alright, if you say so.
What's going on in here today?
Did you not get the message that I wanted to have a meeting?
Alright, have fun with the
I
meeting.
guess I didn't.
I guess I'll need to give you my contact information again or something. Or whatever contact you get. So that way you can actually...
I mean, I was really busy actually.
Of course.
Actually,
That's fine. Yes.
you said the meeting was for a, was that for the class that you were doing later, or was that just an
no,
actual meeting?
This is a meeting for the Coven members specifically. I'll be doing the class
Oh, of course,
afterwards.
of course.
You
You
doing
know,
a class?
How do you figure out what someone's affinity is?
Technically, we actually have a meter for that. I don't know if I fixed it. I think I fixed it. I'd have to double check.
Tell you what. Check if you fixed it. If I find you later, we'll talk that out, alright?
Of course. Of course.
I was, you know, we don't usually go through that kind of procedure if we're just, you know, internal affairs, but
Of course.
I've
of
always been at
course.
least a little bit curious. I used to know what color I'll be if I, become one of those floaty guys.
No problem. I'm getting the full tour today.
I'll get like a beanie. We can get Varen like a really cool military beret.
Oh, hey.
Personality test.
I feel like I could do a
Like
beret.
like
The
one of
ones
those
on
ones
the-
You could pull
on
off
the,
a beret.
I'm getting.
Oh,
You just gotta like
yeah.
walk around being all
guess.
You
gruff
actually
and
believe in
efficient.
those? You think you answer like 20 questions and they know you're a particular kind of person?
The individual who had
Absolutely not, but
been
it's still
interested in
fun.
rocks previously came
That's
by
fair.
to look
Just
more
to see
close.
The meeting's just to talk about
you
hats.
know, the programs think you are. That's fair.
I have no idea what the meeting. I mean, like I know what
I'll
the
do
meeting
one
is
of
about,
those in the
but
middle of my reads.
generally
see what
we
I
are
get.
here for
I'll let you
Aspirine
know.
to speak with us.
Yeah.
I brought a friend. I hope that's all right.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
All right. I can't make my way
I
out.
think we can get
Yeah,
this going.
here.
Ah,
Seems
There you
kind of
go.
large.
yeah, that
Golden
works.
gun.
I appreciate it.
If that helps describe it. Hey, what I some greetings and stuff. Not really. It's just a bit helpful.
then don't join.
Sorry.
Uh,
You're Esper?
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if she
Sounds right.
taking that.
I'm Riza from the Wasteland.
It's good to meet you.
It's kind of like some people
I came to talk to you if you have a few minutes to spend in private.
Anyways,
I am currently wanting to do a meeting right quick, but how long do you think the talk might be?
Waiting.
Only a couple of minutes. Shouldn't be longer than that.
Alright, sure.
Actually, Miss, excited for a bunch of hats. You got a second?
Look out for Tin, and he's
Yeah,
pretty much
I
the
got-
person that I'm going to say
of
once
course,
he
what do you
shows
want?
up, then we can
I
actually
just
have
want
the
to set up a
meeting.
schedule to talk about maybe some new dust.
He's-
The one with the bat, right?
No, he's the pink
Oh,
one with the
certainly.
horns.
Yeah, no, nothing like in detail right
Doesn't
now.
he have a
just, you
bat?
know,
That's the
hey,
one that I was talking
Does he
about.
have a bat? I
Only
wasn't paying
where?
attention.
Doesn't matter.
Like a vest with a
Not
tie.
important. Go
I'm
have your
just,
meeting. I'll go
grabbing
make sure he
coffee
gets
right
in.
now.
Hmm.
Just upriver.
Yeah, I told him that as soon as he comes back, we were gonna start the meeting.
It's a very important meal.
Well, I need to gather a few things there, but I'm, yeah.
Is it that you,
Hasn't
wanted
changed
to
much
talk
from
about?
Kythus' time.
No. Rayleigh's told me a lot about Kythus, but I know that she wanted to keep it all as much similar. Good memories, bad memories.
Yeah. Well, let me introduce myself again. I am Riza. The name given to me by my clan is Dunewind. And I'm of the Enclave of the Wanderers of Wasteland.
Hmm.
We've officiated our coven,
Ah, a coven
And-
in Wasteland now.
as it was last year. We wish to remain friends with the Coven of the Divide.
I see it is mutual in our interest to do such a thing. Especially
the reason I
given
bring that up,
how much Rayleigh
officiated.
seems to go over to the Wastelands.
Oh, she spent how many months running around with Sheila?
Yeah.
But I do need to talk about something more serious, and that is that our council has signed a contract with Masaru.
Really?
In the case where a criminal from the Undercity, decided by Masaru, escapes into the Wasteland, Masaru is not allowed to manhunt for them on their own. Each criminal's case is going to be brought before our council in Scraptown. If they don't agree with the reason that someone is being hunted, they will not be turning people over. Now,
Makes me happy to hear that.
Masaru is likely to keep up with that because, as I understand it, there was a representative from Trident there as well. So if more than one corporation has their nose in this, then you can believe that hopefully things will work out. But just know that if something happens, the rock rise in the back of Scraptown has a tent. That's the Enclave of the Wanderers. And Coven members are always welcome.
I'll have to pay a visit sometime. I've not really wanted to go to the Wasteland because I've heard how hostile it is. I'm not one to go outside, but I wouldn't mind coming to see
Well-
your coven.
Oh, we'd welcome you and anyone else.
Of course.
At the very least, Scrap Town is safe enough. But once you get out past the gates, that's where the problems come up.
Ah, I see. Well, maybe I'll have to have Rayleigh take me down
If
there.
you ever need me for anything, I'm also a runesmith. Do things a little differently in the wasteland, but
Yes.
I'm always willing to help.
I'll keep that in
And
mind.
I learned a lot of the old magics.
Definitely. Well, thank you for your information.
But
and
thank you for
everything.
speaking to me, Esper.
Of course.
I know you have plenty of people waiting on you.
Yeah, I had hoped to get this done sooner, but people only just now started showing up about 15 minutes ago.
For the most part.
That's how it always is.
Yeah. Did Tinan show up?
That cold feeling returns.
Last I saw, he
Yeah.
was helping a cat with a box.
You feel the loneliness. Oh, so cold and so dark. And then the warmth of the sanctum once more.
Why don't you put out another call? Last call, get people in here, you know?
Might as well.
You know how people like to get, they dilly-dally. I'm gonna go sit down.
Last call for anyone who wanted to attend the Coven meeting. We will be having the Coven meeting in 5 minutes. If you're not here, I'll start without you. And if you don't show up, I'll find you later and inform you more.
Since we have 5
That sounds
minutes
like
to
a
kill.
threat.
There's someone new in the library.
Someone new in the library?
I don't know.
I wanted to come in and look around.
Hello.
Ah, hello. You're Esper, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Do we have to bring our books back?
Oh.
Or can we keep them?
You have to bring them back, Zilla. But you can come visit.
Sorry.
So I was actually curious about something. I heard that you guys might have books on ancient
There's so many in here,
runology.
Why do we have to bring them back?
Runes. Specifically?
Yes, ancient runes. The old language.
They can just come ask us.
I'd have to double check. I know that most of the runes that I'm familiar with are just basic ones. I just spoke with someone who said that they were actually versed in the old runes, but they're the runesmith from the wastelands.
Yes, they said they might have books in here and asked if I could help them with a few things.
I can
So I was
certainly
seeing if I could read up
look
on
for
it.
'em. Or if you wish to look for it yourself, you can try, though I know that it's sometimes hard to...
I might leave that to your expertise.
Of course, understood. I usually
You look quite
have...
lovely, by the way. I love your dress.
Thank you. A friend bought it
Of
for
course.
We
me.
make our own coffee grounds. Yeah,
Oh,
right there. It's just like a
yes.
table.
Perhaps I can drop by tomorrow and you can see then.
Of course, step by tomorrow and I'll see if I can find the book that you were looking for.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Do you have an affinity?
I am more affinity towards water and air.
Okay. The main reason that I ask is that as long as you are able to push your mana out, you can enter and exit the Coven as you wish. We just ask that any books
your
that you
foot.
find here, you leave here,
You-
unless you specifically request me to
Yes, you do.
Of course.
rent it out, so to speak.
Of course. No
We
worries.
tried it the other way.
Thank you
We don't
very
know if
much.
That's true.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and put this back.
If it works for you, that's fine.
Esper,
Yes.
How do you know it won't work for them?
Once
How do you know if they
the
use their big feet, they
meeting thing
won't open the door?
Right now.
or something.
There is a chance.
We're gonna be doing it right now.
No.
I wanted to do it sooner,
I will stay
but
here.
people were dragging their feet because they're lazy and slow.
Don't do that. People didn't drag their feet, they used it on the door.
Oh god. Well, Lilith, dude, I came to pick up my feet.
Oh, okay. Let's go get it real quick. I got something happening in a few minutes, and let's go get that.
Yeah, go get it real quick. Come on.
Now, Lilith.
We're just wanting to start like now. Can
I please pick up my outfit just really quick? She's just gonna open up her shop and then close it. Please.
You ever find
Aye, run!
Oh, Spirit! Scare the hell out of me.
What do you mean?
The other night, you were looking for something. I don't like these books. These books stink.
Oh, those are just cookbooks. Don't worry about those.
Okay.
Oh, Darius. Didn't expect him to show up.
Of course. There's a line at the cafe, there's a line at the coven.
There's chairs. We're going to sit. Just come along.
I had really hoped to get this done sooner. I have things to do myself. Hey, Darius.
Is this where the meeting happens?
Yes, I'm going to be
This is where
holding it in
lessons
here.
happen. And it's big open space.
It's not that open.
Fair enough.
I wasn't expecting to see you here. I figured you'd be busy.
When I can make time, I try to be here for these. I always like seeing what people have learned.
Of course.
Were we supposed to bring knowledge?
No.
What?
Were we supposed to bring knowledge?
Is it alright if I stand somewhere? I
You can
find
stand
that
if you wish.
I might.
Making us nervous.
Thank you.
You don't need to bring anything, Zilla. Just listen to the meeting.
For our newer members, this is Darius. They more commonly help out with the Grove, but they're also one of the most knowledgeable mages that I believe that is in the Undercity when they are. But they're usually busy doing their own thing.
I'm here!
Hello, Lilith, thank you. I was just introducing the newer members to Darius here.
Oh, okay.
To reiterate, he's usually busy with Grove stuff and his own personal tasks, so he's not often around, but,
To be fair, most of you have probably seen me, just not recognized me.
yes.
Very true.
As for...
Well, nice to finally meet you, Darius.
Likewise.
As for the others, Fishbowl is another one of our members who's been around. They were here from last year. You still technically work for the GU, do you not?
I'd say I'm associated, but right now I do not have any work. I'm still waiting for them to say something.
I'll say formally contracted by then, I guess. They were half their size and usually tended to the waterways, but have since grown up since I've known them. And you look lovely. Unfortunately, Tenon, who was here earlier, he's another one of our members, as well as if you've seen Conk and Bo, Both of them are members of the Coven. Rayleigh, I know that my students have met, and some of you may have met Rayleigh because of her flamboyant nature. Goodness. Thank you for finally showing up, Tenon.
Sorry, I got busy.
Yeah, I noticed. Is everything okay? Considering you're coming in here,
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh no, I'm just. You know.
Right. Well, this is Tenon.
Sorry, you know.
Of course. He's one who's known as a spirit walker. They can actually communicate with the spirits, and that is usually where their tasks go, is making sure that the spirits are okay. And Tenon's personal job is to make sure Ahi doesn't burn down the Undercity.
I mean, since it's now official.
Official?
I don't know. I've never been given that job. I just kind of make sure that she doesn't burn things unwillingly. Not
just
unwillingly,
making
but
a joke.
unnecessarily. I know. I'm playing off of it.
Fair enough. Well, you'll have to excuse me if things go over my head right now. I'm a little nervous. But, beyond that, Ahi, the Fire One, is also another member of the Coven. I think that covers everyone. Oh, Cleo and Fenris. Those are the other two. Both of them are also members of the Coven. Now, that moves on to a point that I wanted to do about some issues that have come up recently. We have had an incident recently. Some of you are aware, some of you may not be. But there have been weaponry found that has induced the urge to murder people. It turns out that the weapon itself is not the issue, but the ammunition within it. We did a test with Tenon and Varen and their tavern. Apparently, after discharging the weapon, the feeling dissipated. Upon closer inspection of the shells themselves, they seem to have been engraved and imbued with magic. I've heard a rumor that this could possibly be corporate, in essence. I'm unsure of what this means, but I will point out that if you find any strange objects, to keep an eye out on them, and if you feeling anything out of the ordinary. But yes, Varen.
I followed up on that yesterday. There was more than just guns.
Really?
Anuki found herself on top of the cafe roof and mentioned compelling to walk off and hurt herself in doing so. This was after the train shifted. I went up there looking for any runes, but I couldn't find anything. And then on top of that, I spoke with the doctors at the clinic, and they said that the sheriff, I believe it was talking about voices in the wall before he had to be forcibly put down. So
the sheriff was out of his mind immediately in the morning.
Considering that you're part of the Coven,
right where I found the gun.
Give me 1 second. Is there anything that I can help you with? Yeah.
No, if I was interrupting something, my apologies. I can step out until it's over.
If you could, please. This is
of course,
for Coven business right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, Esper. I was just coming in to ask if I could borrow a book.
Go for it. I'll fill you in more later.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Just let me know.
Okay. So this means that we're having incidents that aren't related to physical objects either. Which is all the more necessary to be wary of any kind of feeling. anything that is unexplained. This wouldn't be the first time that we've had people's minds seemingly influenced by spirits or whatnot. And so, I seem to recall a point in time where, actually, what was that day? Forgot who it was. Go ahead, yes.
I did find some bullets in the Shadow District this morning. Bo has the. I gave him the bow to look at them later, but they had those same runes on there.
Okay.
So there might be stuff flying around all over the place, so it would be a good idea to keep your eye out.
Yes.
Don't touch it, though.
I'm going to say that as a coven, this is an issue for us because it's a magical anomaly, and that's kind of what we deal with. If you hear anyone having any issues with these kinds of things, I would hope that you could redirect them to here, or to me specifically, so that way I can possibly check them. There might be some sort of interesting thing. And also Tinin, I believe, could possibly also, though I don't know if you spoke when we were doing the guns that this gun was talking to you. Do you think that was spirit related?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It sounded like it was laughing and whispering.
But nothing
but
tangible.
I couldn't sense anything spiritual. I think it was magic.
Okay. Understood. Well, keep an
Might
eye
be a
out.
mind spell then.
Possibly.
It sounds
Possibly
like it.
mind.
Better a charm of some sort.
Charms would fall under mind, but we could also put in shadow, possibly, as it is curses. I would honestly say that anything that is affecting a person would fall anywhere under mana, considering it falls under both body, soul, shadow, and mind. And all of those could be used in a specific way to manipulate a person. If that is all that is happening, though, I think we can move on to the next topic. Just keep your eyes out and let me know if there's anything more significant. Try and gather any strange outliers so that way we can isolate them, so we don't have some random slumber coming across bullets and shooting up the place. And, you know, I'm sorry using that as justification. Next.
Yeah, we don't want trouble, especially after all those corpses there yesterday.
Definitely. Next, what I was wanting to do was I'm going to be establishing a certain level of hierarchy within the coven. Not so much as like a rank system, but more as a designation to know who is here and for why. I had come up with basically there are those who want to teach, so teachers, those who want to learn, students, and those who want to protect the interests of the covens or protectors. There's also advisors who will be specifically people that I'm going to select, such as Rayleigh, who will help me run more of the administration side of things. But I just wanted to start implementing this so that way I can keep track of whose interest is where and what they would like to do within the coven itself. It would still work functionally the same way, it's just keeping things in a row, so to speak. Alright. And finally, I wanted to propose that we possibly put a little bit better regulation on access to the resources within the coven. I'm most likely going to be contacting the runesmith to possibly look into reinstalling a barrier over the library. There used to be one there, but due to incidents that happened in the past, one of the runes had to be destroyed to get inside the room they were accessing, and so we ended up repurposing the existing runes into where they are now. I'd like to have another window there just in case as a backup, and also to somewhat regulate who can freely come in and out, at least of the library, so that way those resources are a bit more protected. Right now, I'm not going to restrict access to the Coven itself, but in the future, I am also looking at of possibly creating an attunement rock of some form or rune for people to carry that are a part of the Coven to allow them to access the barrier out front instead of just leaving it open to anyone with a mana affinity. But right now, I don't see a need for that unless things start getting more dangerous and we have more rogue mages wanting to utilize their magics in harmful ways.
It already sounds like we're at that point, though.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true, given
Yeah, we
the
don't know
fact
who's
that...
doing all this mess.
Yes. So my time frame on that is probably pushed up a little bit on actually implementing it. I'm going to talk with the other Coven members who weren't able to make it today, and then I will most likely submit an email again like before to all who wish to be a part of the Coven. I know at this point in time right now, Zilla and... I don't actually remember the name of the frog, if you'll forgive me.
The frog? We haven't decided on a name.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to be rude. Well, if you two do wish to take part of being a part of the Coven, I would be happy to give you access. I will be sure to inform the correct channels so that way you get access to the email in which I can send out to you.
Okay.
But, again, that being said, you're right. I will be talking with the others and I'll make the final decision once I get a good consensus. It seems that down here, at least with you all, you seem to be somewhat in favor of making sure that is restricted, at least slightly. I would be happy if it was, but I don't want to seem too,
How about the elephant in the room here? We do that. How's Masaru gonna feel about it, and what are they gonna do? Are you gonna give them access?
That's the reason that I'm not too keen. Actually, that reminds me, I do have to make a note of doing that. I don't know if I can get to it today, but I was going to actually speak with Friend. I wanted to see if they wouldn't assign me a specific representative, so that way that one person is someone who I talk to, so that way I don't have to go chasing down any random personnel to discuss things related to the Coven. So that way I can have a specific representative of our interests that communicates with us. I most likely will probably see if... I would think that maybe that particular one, maybe. I do know there's a person that I've talked to in length for a bit that I have a bit of a greater trust in as opposed to the other ones. His name is Icarus, and he seems to be very adamant at ensuring the Coven's safety. Whether or not I believe that genuinely, that is left to be seen by actions, not words. But thus far, I have no reason to doubt it. Beyond general prejudice. But that being said, I'll be looking more into who to talk to, and I'll definitely be talking to our older members such as Fenris and Bo and Conk, those who have been around here longer and know more of the individuals who are working with Masaru who might be a good trustworthy source for us. But beyond that, I don't intend to give Masaru more access to the Coven than is necessary. They are here as our landlords in my mind, nothing more. They're not here to control us, and they shouldn't be here to control us. They tell us that their interests are ensuring their quote-unquote investments. And in turn, they want to ensure the safety and sanctity of the Coven. And so I will continue to play along with whatever they are saying they're doing until they show me otherwise. Do be aware that as soon as they show otherwise, I will be going through the proper channels to act on that. And remember, I said proper channels. I don't want any member of the Coven acting out illegally. The last thing we need is Masaru to paint the truth of us acting out, of us being belligerent, of not being, agreeable, and trying to twist that to their own sort of propaganda to then shove some sort of vendetta against us. So, please try to be as amendable to them as possible. I know it's difficult. Even I myself don't like it. But it's better than the alternative, which is them doing things. A personal note.
Also, they would...
Go for it.
Go ahead. They might try to do stuff like make us take our blood and whatnot, and we would lose our freedom.
Or
this is something that I was about to talk about, actually. It is known that Masaru has the ability to use your blood as a catalyst for some form of spell. As a way of collaring mages that work for them, they take their blood upon working with them. Former mages who were down here confirmed this for me and were the ones who told me about this. So, at all costs, do not let Masaru, or any corporation for that matter, get a hold of your blood. I don't know what all they can do with it, but it is certainly not good, whatever it is. I've only read about blood magic, and to my knowledge it is incredibly taboo, And for the most part, I can confirm that they have some form of control over it, as during the initial occupation of the Undercity that they did, a blood elemental was one who was among them.
Mm-hmm.
So, be wary of that. Be careful. I think the only person here that might not need to worry is Fishbowl. I don't know if you actually have blood. But, that being said, that's the things that I wanted to point out for the meeting. Again, if you haven't met her, that's Rayleigh up there. She was the former overseer, and she's my mentor. She is who left me in charge of the Coven when she went on hiatus to the wasteland to study and train. I'll inform you more of what I've went over once I'm done with the lesson that's about to follow.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you in the office.
Of course. After that note, though, about the blood, that's pretty much everything. If there's any questions that you all have for me right now before I start the lesson, feel free to.
What exactly is this lesson for?
I was going to teach our younger students about spirits and the meaning of the shrines and how they are connected to magic and our responsibility to them. If you feel that you've already studied that, you are free to leave. I shouldn't cover anything that's new that you might not be familiar with.
There's a few things I need to investigate, actually, so I'll get back to you on that.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Zilla and Frog, were you going to also be attending the class?
What was it again?
It's about spirits, the shrines, and how best to respect them. It's things on that nature.
I guess we can.
That's completely up to
We
you.
kind of get the gist about spirits, maybe not the shrines themselves.
Of course. What were you wanting to say, Varen?
Regarding your discussion about roles. And,
Yes.
rank or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
I was just curious about when and how we should go about applying for that.
Right now, I'm presenting the idea. I'll go through talking with the other members, because as I said before to everyone, this is a community, and I want all decisions to happen thanks to the collective opinion than just me making the choices myself. Once that is established, I think I will probably put it in an email to essentially just come to me and tell me what you wanted to be amongst the coven. That's it.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, it's
Alright,
more
yeah,
there
that's
for
all
me
I was
to
curious
know
about.
who to, if I need muscle for something, who to go to or whatnot.
Right.
Anyways, Tenon, I'm done with the meeting. I'm about to start the lesson if you have other things to do. But,
Oh, no problem. I was just checking back in. I'm just making my rounds.
okay. I was gonna cover spirits and stuff, so
Oh.
you would probably be way more overeducated on the things that I'll be talking about.
If you would like me here for that, that's fine. I was also going to say if there are any new members of the coven that want any kind of physical fighting with magic training, I can do that as well.
I'll make sure to let people know. And I wouldn't mind you staying around for maybe a bit. It shouldn't be too long. But if at any point you feel like
take a
things
seat.
are, if you have other things to tend to, feel free to go. Same for any of you. I'll be feel free to ask me questions about it later.
I can take a seat for a bit.
Alright. So, first off, in the shrines, in the Undercity, there are specifically 7 different shrines that exist. 5 of which I know are functional, so to speak. In other words, they're actually related and connected to a specific element. The shrine in the Air District is for air. There's one at the top of the waterfall for water, one in behind the incinerator for fire, one situated behind a barrier in the grove for earth, and then one down in the necropolis for shadow, or more specifically mana. There is also 2 shrines, one that is situated above the pit out there, and one that is situated in the mushroom cave. I don't personally know specifically if those are tied to anything. I heard that the mushroom one, if this is correct, was more built to try and replace access to the shadow shrine. Is that correct?
I don't know its exact reasoning for its being built, but I know that Bo usually tends to that one more.
Yes.
And kind of
If
has
I'm
a
not
connection
mistaken,
to it, so it may have connection to this,
it was
to the
Bo
mushroom in that case.
specifically that built it. The one above the pit, the only thing that I'm familiar with having any correlation there is spirits, maybe. Do you know anything about that?
I haven't investigated myself, but it seems like it's just a generic almost a access way for the spirits to get in through. Not any one specific element, just
sort of a
anyone
catch-all.
can go through.
Alright. As it stands, because of how these designations are, these other ones that I usually relate the one that's directly outside the sanctum to be pure mana or spirit energy. Nothing of any particular flavor. The one in the mushroom cave I often refer to as being more of the soul variety, the life side of mana, which parallels with the death side of mana, which is shadow, which would be in the necropolis, and is aptly known considering the amount of death and decay down there that is left over from the taint of the necromancer. I did some studying to actually learn, and there are some things that I actually found out that were even knowledge that I didn't know. Around the shrines themselves, there is somewhat of a thinning, it seems. It seems that each shrine holds somewhat of a gateway to the spirit realm. Maybe not necessarily something that is tangible or accessible by us at this point in time, but it is definitely where it seems to let magic filter through. These little areas are why in the world you see the intensity of crystals growing around them. And this is where powerful magic is coalescing into a solid form. Same thing seems to be related to the plants that are growing around these areas. They seem to also be products of the magic coming from these shrines, though that might or might not be accurate at this point in time. But there is no question that the plants themselves carry a certain magical affinity with each one, and each one seems to be unique to the area in which it grows. But, more specifically, spirits have been very important to the maintaining of our magical abilities, so to speak. Magic and spirits are entwined. You cannot have one without the other. For this reason, you must always respect the spirits, otherwise they will undoubtedly, well, for lack of a better term, curse you, as this has happened to a number of individuals who have gotten, to put it bluntly, on the spirit shit list. Unfortunately, due to the spirits themselves not being nearly as active lately, which I found strange, this doesn't mean that there isn't larger spirits that are more common to manifest. One namely manifested just yesterday if you attended the wedding, called the Grove Spirit. They are the guardian of the grove and are of the earth variety. I've had them manifest before me as well, and it's usually these who divvy out punishments to those who might interfere with the natural order of whatever they are guarding. This is why, whenever you are to harvest crystals specifically, in my opinion, though I have not done it for any plant, usually giving up a piece of your own mana is ample enough opportunity. Usually this will drain you of the ability to cast one of your spells for the day, and doing so, you have given an offering to the spirits, and it should be of an equivalent exchange for a crystal of their element. Spirits are tied to each other, but each spirit has their own personality too, in a certain aspect. Fire will not get along with water, wind won't get along with earth, so on and so forth. Last year, there was a very, very angry fire elemental who existed in the wasteland. His anger ended up rippling even outwards to here, causing fire to overtake certain parts of the Undercity, actual elementals coming out of places that were not even that of the fire shrine. For example, I was tending the air shrine, and all of a sudden around me 4 massive fire animals appeared, and I can remember the heat of their flames today, and it's not something that I want to ever reflect on. Unfortunately, their scars were what caused the involvement of Masaru down here, as they burned down the Knowledge District, in which Masaru saw as an advantage to come down and provide financial assistance in rebuilding it. But it's neither here nor there. More commonly, spirits have shown that they do not like anything of a corporate variety due to their greed. It has been shown multiple times to spirits that they will come down here and try to take whatever they like. This is usually what causes spirits to act angrily or upset towards these individuals. Namely, the shadow spirits had caused quite a bit of a ruckus because a certain individual had been taking parts of a certain skeleton down there in order to biologically change themselves.
That would be the very large red dragon walking around from Masaru, everybody.
Yes.
I don't get it. Where's the egg?
Unfortunately, he didn't have an egg, to my knowledge.
That's extremely reckless.
Incredible.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
But
Changing oneself is
doing that very, very heavily upset shadow spirits to the point that they actively began attacking people and were incredibly hostile. It was during that period of time that I was named Shrine Tender and was one of the few people who were given access to go down there without possibly being harmed by them. This is also why in the world, even now, I still encourage people to not go down there, because there's no telling what the spirits might do or the suspicions that they have. They are indiscriminate when it comes to ally or enemy, unless there's someone who is specifically attuned. For example, they would recognize someone like Tenon as being a friend to the spirits, but someone like Cassandra, they wouldn't recognize at all. You are a stranger to them, and there is a good chance that even though you might not show any ill will, they might think that you're down there to steal from them. Unfortunately, it seems that this hostility has died down. I have heard rumor of certain individuals being able to go down there and not seeing anything at all. I'm going to be discussing possible regulation of that, because last thing we need is people going down there and upsetting the shadows once more. Shadows has been all the more hostile than most of the other spirits, though that doesn't mean other spirits can't be hostile. I've witnessed what fire can do, I've seen what wind can do, what water. Everything has its own method of dealing with those who might infringe upon its rights. And which is the bigger thing to also note. Spirits are beings in themselves, and just like us, they do not like to be imprisoned. So, any form of coercion or shackling is, for one thing, it's unnatural for us to shackle another, even more so to shackle a spirit. This is another thing that we are aware that Masaru has done, which is why in a world we do not agree with their methods. Magic and spirits should be free. It is a part of the world itself, and it is not something to be collared or tamed. They are people in their own right, and they have personalities, opinions. They do have their own. I've spoken with the Grove Spirit once or twice. They are a very kind and motherly figure. I've spoken to one of Shadow before, and they a little abrasive, but they are definitely kind. Though they are more keen to being aggressive to certain individuals who obviously aren't supposed to be where they are. That being said, spirits and the magic around us are intrinsically involved. If we do not respect the spirits, there is a good chance that they might have the ability to seal wherever magic comes from, and remove it from the very reality itself. I believe it is because of the closeness to this other reality that causes magic to be possible. We are brushing against another reality's elements and powers, and it is causing its own effects in our own reality. This being the case, if we do not respect it, then we might as well destroy it if we do not. Because destroying it, not respecting something, taking too much, doing things like that, is going to destroy a well. Much like if you draw too much water out of the ground, that well doesn't have time to replenish, and that well ends up drying up. You no longer get water from that well. And so the saying goes for things around the shrines. Collect too much of one thing, then there's a good possibility it will show up less and less the more that you go there. This is why it is always good to provide your own mana in exchange for the resources that you gather. There is not necessarily a repercussion for not doing this, but I would rather caution on the safe side and be respectful of those who have given us the gift that is magic. If there's any questions on this, feel free to ask.
Yeah. The spirits, they seem relatively... I don't want to say the word frivolous, it seems incorrect, but they seem
like
easily
children.
distracted.
Do
They-
they remember
Things.
things?
Naive.
They remember things. They pick things up like sponges.
They do learn, but spirits, being beings of another reality, are here from that reality. Everything here is new to them. Just like if we were to go there, we would most likely have the same wide-eyed wonderment of looking at that reality. I know that Tinnen, who has actually crossed that divide at one point, could probably mention that things
It's a
over
very
there...
wonderful place.
Exactly.
There's a couple spirits that usually are by my shop. They're really playful, and I usually give them food and play with them when I'm working.
Which is why that is most likely why spirits end up seeming very playful or childish. It's not so much that they are childlike or young, but more that they are curious and interested in how the world works. And for the lack of better term, there's only one way when you cannot communicate with a being of another planet. The way you communicate or learn about their world is by being hands-on. So they like to grab things and look at them. And then there's other things that seem to please them, such as ice cream and cake and things like that. Though their number one thing that they enjoy is mana. Many people who has been in touch with them will cast their mana in front of themselves, and you'll see the spirits start to grow slightly in size. And sometimes there was at one point a story of a spirit growing so large that it burst into a bunch of other spirits, though I wouldn't necessarily say that was completely fact. I think someone might have been high on some mana dust or something.
Like a spirit pinata or something like that?
Something like that, definitely. Any other questions?
Mana dust an intoxicant.
There are other types of spirits, not just the small, not just the greater. There are those in the plane of shadow, those of nightmare. One of those appeared last year, the one that possessed me. We saw those in the spirit realm as well, inside of a forest of nightmare.
Interesting.
They normally don't cross into here. There are a wide range of things in the spiritual plane.
Hello? We're looking for Lilith. Do you know where they are?
I think that's your Sigma Male, Lilith.
Let me go deal with little clone boy.
Clone boy?
Clone? Is he a clone? Are there more of him?
Clone boy?
This is a problem.
I certainly hope not. Do you have a question?
Not really. I think I understand what I have a grasp what you were saying.
Spirits are extraplanar aliens. Got it.
Spirits are
Outsiders.
are
is the correct
individuals, and
term.
we need to cooperate with. We need to cooperate them, much like anyone else.
Exactly. Respect the shrines and the resources that they provide us, and they too will respect you. That is all for today. I hope that you were able to learn more today. And should you have any more questions throughout the day, I am on Radio 7. What, of course?
He's looking for you.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, I know what he needs for. He needs a Sigma Male outfit.
His Sigma Male outfit.
I don't even know what
He's
that
number
is.
12 today. Just call him number 12.
Okay.
If you just ran real fast.
Is this what you were talking about, like,
You got a whole
clones?
runway. Go, go, go.
That was just a rumor, right?
Probably.
I like keeping it going. It drives him crazy. It's kind of fun.
Sounds fun. Definitely.
Different number every day.
She's good.
Okay. Now that that's all over with.
The spirits exist.
I need some water. I said too much talking. Where's my drink? Feck. Hydration. Water. I need some water. Where to put this? Ah, there you go. Oh yeah, I need to eat.
Hello? Are you busy anymore?
Oh no, sorry. I was dazing out there for a moment.
Okay, I've got this bag here. Very volatile shit in here, I
Good
think.
follow, Epic Gamer.
Right. Can I put it somewhere?
There's this, actually, let's take it to the office.
How'd you miss that?
Is it more casings?
It gets caught up behind the door.
Over as well.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hold on.
I heard you were looking into the gun stuff. That's why I came by earlier. I've been keeping it safe since
Yeah.
I found more.
Go ahead and just set it up here.
I don't know if Lilith was able to tell you. Okay, so it puts the top sack, whatever thing down, and carefully unfurls it. You'll see a couple of rounds that would fit into a revolver and a matching revolver with it. It has similar runes to before if you were researching the same things from last time, but there seems to be extra claw marks scratching at those rounds. That is what I was told. But we can also, being DM. So that's just me relaying the exact same thing I was told by DM.
Tenon.
I found this in the Shadow District when grabbing mana crystals.
Yeah, what'd
you find?
These are undischarged, correct? Or are they just
They seem like rounds of shells. I don't know. They seem to be like rounds. There's scratches on them. Same runes, high quality machinery kind of runes. But this is for a revolver. And there's the revolver too. It was lying right next to it. I'm like, holy shit.
Did you
I
touch
was just
it?
spamming mushrooms. Nah, Lilo found it and I said, yo, don't touch that shit. Do you have like cloth? There, Taylor. They had cloth on hand. Bam. Wrapped it up. There was a bunch of other shit happening, so I just kept it safe for a moment and I brought it here.
Well, since people have been having different instances around the Undercity, the gun we found before made people angry. We need to know if this one does the same thing. If it makes people angry, if it makes people whatever. Because we don't know.
Is there any
Does he
runesmith
really
around
pull
that
out
could
a shell
inspect
casing?
it?
Yes, Kimmy, I'm here.
Yeah, like that. I've got 5 more in my pocket.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are the bullets and gun that was found in the Shadow District, you said?
Yeah, Lilith and Bo were looking for mushrooms. They found it in the Shadow District in the corner of like a building. And Bo had been keeping it safe since then. She's brought it here. It was put in a bag sort of thing, so we didn't touch it. And now it's here.
Are the markings the same as the ones we were dealing with from yesterday? No. 2 days ago.
So you have the bullets from yesterday as well as the ones from Masaru building, you're saying?
The bullets from yesterday are in my pocket. The casings are, because I shot them all into the fucking tavern roof.
The ones
So I
that
have the
I brought
casings.
in are from the Shadow District. My character and Cosways, we found this one in the Shadow District. It's a revolver, I was told, with revolver rounds with the same etchings but scratches on them or something.
Are these rounds unfired?
I did not check into that. Bo wouldn't know.
Don't touch it.
Yes, these are both have the same markings on them.
The ones that were found in the Shadow District, are they just casings or are those actual bullets?
They're just the casings.
Okay.
Are they used up, spent, dead? Is there any mana info I can get off of it? Or magic info, sorry.
Since they have been expended, you don't sense any magic coming off of them. But the engravings are still odd to see. Actually, don't find anything else out at the moment. But to some extent, they seem kind of similar to maybe you've seen before. And to you, Rayleigh and Bo.
Your voice went away for a second there.
The engravings look very similar to something else you've seen before, at least the two of you, but not quite the same.
Why are these familiar?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a random book and draw some really suspicious pictures of this. Just to be a bundle of chaos.
Man. If...
You recognize these?
I don't know what these runes are. But wherever... No. The only other magical place I can think I've been is down below, but I don't think there's runes there, right? Oh, there's
See
also
any
the
in the spirit
wasteland.
world? I know you sent me some notes on those.
I did have notes on that. I still
be
have
runes
them.
from the
I put them
necromancer
around here somewhere as well. A copy. Remember, I gave you a copy too.
Alright, let's get a, I'm just gonna... Is this a good picture? I do a good drawing, or is that not good?
How hard is it to copy the drawing on the side of it?
I mean, they are also red.
Tiny, does this look good?
It looks good enough to me.
She's holding it upside down.
It looks good enough to me.
If you're okay with it, I could get my notes on the wasteland ruins and bring them here for comparison. I just need to quickly go to my house to grab them.
That could possibly help. Do you
Anything
know if there was
I'll
any...
knock off the jokes.
Do you know if there was any runes that maybe were in the necromancer lair that these look like?
On the outside, maybe one or two, but I remember there was a bunch on the inside in the actual cathedral, because he had different things set up.
Speaking of the necro lair, that's related to what I need to talk to you two about. But, well, I can't recall either. I'm sorry, I've been trying to. But, like, you have that same vibe as I do, right? I know this thing. I've seen it somewhere before. I just can't place it, and it's annoying!
This place that you've both been, to my knowledge, is the necromancer lair.
It's like
But why
a couple
would
years
someone
ago.
have that
I can't remember the runes.
Unless someone's been going down there.
Like
There was that incident where people tried to go down there and deal with something. I don't remember. It was like Masara and Gib. Was it? I don't know what they did.
I remember... I think this is when I was having... head hurt.
You okay?
You okay?
You ever get dizzy while standing still? It's a weird feeling.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
The times I was down there, my eyes were purple. I don't remember much from that time. But here's what I think we should do, and I'm being completely serious. She's gonna grab the bullets, and we have a box. Anyway,
Put them in my
just
house
random-
with the rest of them.
Random
I can
boxes.
hang on to
I
'em.
mean, there's a bunch inside the storage. Or you could give them to Denon, who's been holding on to, like you said, the rest of them.
I can hold on to them, it's fine. I've kind of got someone else working
that's
on
not
it too.
what I'm thinking is, like, the real issue is like, this could be a person, it could be entity. If it's a person or something akin to that, maybe they're gonna want to come and get their bullets back at some point. And it could be a lure, or it could be something that could get others hurt.
In addition to the rune markings.
Well,
The claw marks are weird.
would you want to keep them here? Or...
I'm just worried of the...
Do you think they'd be more secure here?
I can keep safe. I can keep them safe, don't worry. If anyone from the necromancer area has a problem, and they come looking for those fucking bills, I'd rather them be with me.
Okay. I guess we still got the lead of, like, if anything happens and we know the symbols, can at least try and look into that. I was gonna go to the wasteland. I could try and compare them there.
Well, you guys
God, it's so
investigate
frustrating. I know,
this.
I've seen it before. Why don't I fucking remember it?
It's
But you
okay.
did also go back into an egg.
I mean...
So you may be having memory problems.
Yeah.
Give it time, really. Give it time.
Also, it's nice to see you again, Bo. It's been many moons.
Anyways, as I was going to say, I'm gonna let you guys look into this. I personally need to go talk to a couple other people about things. Particularly Ferris. About...
That's fine.
I
I have someone working on it too. Someone that I can trust.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Footsteps too.
I'll let you know if I get any info from them.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Okay,
go
so
do
now
what I
that
need to do.
you have to head out.
Did you something that you needed to tell me? Cause I'll stay for you.
Well, Tina can help me. You don't gotta worry about it.
I don't like how you phrased that.
Take that adorable dress, wonderful hairstyle, and oddly not bad blush, and you be the best you can be.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything, you guys. I'm gonna go to the wasteland and investigate runes there. If I find anything, I'll bring that back on my end.
Tell Sheila I said hello.
Hell yeah.
I'm
also
And
also gonna write down
a tip
what they
or
look
recommendation. Mana gets carried on the wind a lot, not just air. See if I don't know, you pick up anything from that. And I do mean literally like feel out the air. You can pick up traces of mana. I can't. I'm weird, but you're amazing. So you're the protagonist. Sure, you can do it.
The protagonist?
Don't look at me.
An entire...
You get a
I'm embarrassed. Sorry.
nickname eventually.
I'm gonna go do what I was gonna do. I should let you see what you're gonna do. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, I gotta wait. Okay.
Go ahead.
They were looking for you. The woman in the blue coat. They were looking to talk to you.
I was told you might.
Hey, Esper.
Well, kind of.
How
You know something
busy?
about, like,
You've been busy. Sorry.
I'm always busy at this point in time.
Something that was maybe engraved in you.
Sorry. Even sitting like this sometimes is nice for resting. You don't get much of a break either whenever you're a doc, or I've been showing around
So that you might know something about
the one in the blue coat. They didn't believe magic was real, so...
It's more of can you...
So I showed them a bit.
Was there anything specific that you wanted to... Or are you just here to check things out?
I was wondering if you wanted to take me back down.
Maybe at a different point.
For an offering.
Things to handle right
now. Fair. All good.
That's been
Don't
the
sweat
thing
it.
today, where I've learned the entire history of it, and I'm okay.
What have you been busy with?
Well, I had a meeting with the coven members, then I had a lesson, and then I was talking... There's been magical anomalies happening, something about people feeling weird things, I don't know. And now I'm going to go talk to other people who may or may not have been here for the meeting, and I also need to eat. I didn't eat yesterday, and it's really starting to get on.
Well, I mean, it's always good to take a break. You shouldn't overwork yourself. But
There's only so many hours in a day.
Well, let me know. Well, actually, let me know about going down there. If not, that's fine. But also, do you have an ability to test affinities?
I do. Let me double check if I actually.
Oh,
really hard
wait,
to
you
put
mind
in
if I
words,
peek in
and-
there? So we don't catch people's attention?
Sure. Just
Oh,
I wouldn't
I'm not
want you
gonna
to
touch anything.
I didn't know if what they
I'm
were
not
talking
gonna
about
touch
was
anything.
the affinity detector. We still have that, right?
Didn't you break it?
I tried. It
We have
just was
the
a
big one
spring.
right here.
It's a spring. That also detects.
And really, like, I can feel out an affinity.
I mean, it's got the dials and shit. Kind of looks like it. Shove
Would
him
you
in the tube.
like to touch Miss Sato here?
That is a. You may want to reword that.
That's a very interesting wording. But if it's for science, well, figuring
For
out
science.
what my affinity is, I don't mind. Yeah, for science, I guess.
Yeah.
Of all the interactions that you've been the most mature and oddly weirder.
If this is for science, does this make us the science team?
Okay, what do you got?
What?
Nothing. I just saw a video on the net.
Water and mana. That's a nice combo.
About a science team?
Water and mana, you said.
Yeah. Do I think they called themselves like a science crew?
Interesting.
I don't know.
Didn't expect to be mana, but
They're all.
Oh, mana's
I don't
kind of.
know. It was in a very weird part of the internet. Anyways.
It's kind of cool.
And of all things,
you went to the dark web.
me saying weird stuff shouldn't be all that weird.
appreciated.
That is very tame, considering to the number of times that I, a couple of days ago, were talking about fingering me.
Well, so you see this chart right here?
yeah, I've looked at
I was not there for
actually,
that.
that's
Nope.
that's how the library's organized. So if you want to find a book, just and the second
the second story would be
Granted,
the
it's
mana
also.
one. Yeah.
yeah, like
Anyways.
like Fire Earth, like those
Rayleigh
are
can help you
upstairs,
out here if that's
general
okay.
on it.
I'm gonna head on and do what I need to do because, like I said,
Sure.
only so many hours in a day.
Take a break though at some point, alright?
I will try. I really should try.
That's not an option. Sorry, but it's not. Doctor's orders.
Fair enough.
So apparently mana and water.
Oh, interesting.
I guess.
Darius purchased all
Alright.
the bullets that they were trying to pawn off.
Huh.
You
Where
bought
did I
them.
see them though? Oh, hey. Darius did, yes.
I'll be on my way.
to take them out of circulation.
Take a break though at some point, okay?
Of course.
That's not an option.
Alright.
You've got an hour, and if I come back here and you haven't taken a break, I'm gonna force you to take one.
Alright,
Well, before you take that break, is everyone still inside?
Rayleigh and Tinnen are. I don't know who else is on the, in the library.
there.
I mean,
Are you guys up
you
here?
have
Well, we
access?
just gotta. We just gotta. Well, it's a new beat on this whole cursed ordeal.
I have
Magic
things that I had
bullets.
planned to do, and I'm also incredibly
I know, it's
hungry.
real quick. It'll be real quick. Sorry. Hey, can I grab you three for like 2 seconds?
Can you walk
just
and
2
talk?
seconds.
We can walk and talk. What's up?
Well, magic bullet things is now apparently a public thing. Apparently someone tried pointing them off over at the scrapyard.
Who's
the box
doing
of
magic bullets in public? It's illegal.
They're trying to pawn them off,
pawning them at
too.
who?
The guy you think is a clone.
Timothy.
Along with a pink-haired synthetic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, god damn it.
I figured you want to know a news break about, the thing, the big issue.
As it stands for right
They ran
now,
away before we could inform them that they no longer have the bullets.
They would still probably want to find out where the fuck they
I
found
think they went to go talk to Theris and actually go after Timothy. But,
Theris is not in his shop.
Any more information, find Rayleigh or Tinnen right now, because I need to do my job.
Go, on. I won't hold you up no more, man.
I'm so fucking hungry.
Shall I see if they are at the shop and try to find Theris for them?
I've just been talking to various business owners about the place. But,
Hello? Is anyone running to register here? Why is the doors wide open? A D20?
Just
Do you hear that?
yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
that. What was that?
It's gunfire again. Sound like Shimetsu.
Very different.
Do you know who's running the shop right now? Because it's kind of just wide open.
Morel, she's around the corner.
The one that's running up the stairwell.
Most likely, yes.
Are you here for the coffee?
Yeah, I would like to get some food.
Oh yeah, the person that works here is gonna come back soon.
Who's shooting in the Undercity?
Somewhere over there. Fenris, that way. Fenris and then went that way.
I'll take a look, thank you.
Do you know what happened?
Just heard bullet shots, that's all. Where's Morrow?
I hope it's nothing serious. We keep hearing them at the row, but didn't expect to hear them here.
I just wanted food. That's all I wanted.
Oh, don't worry, they'll be back in a bit. Heard you had to take your break. Do you usually have to be reminded to take a break?
I have a lot of things that I gotta do, and so I get distracted sometimes, so yeah, sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I get like super obsessed with something, and I end up just like missing
I zone out all the time.
And,
Yo,
yeah.
you lads
I
hear
feel
any
you.
fucking bullets going off? I just heard 2 shots from a fucking that way. Cheers.
So many people are just like super willing to go into danger like that.
Not me. I am perfectly fine right here where there's not bullets.
Yep. Well, I used to do some dangerous works, but I kind of want to stay alive right now.
Yeah.
You know.
That's exactly what I'm doing, is just
Who
trying
are you,
to stay
by the way?
alive. My name's Esperine. I'm the overseer of the coven. I managed to bleed.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Bat, by the way.
It's good to meet you. Bat, you said?
Yeah, Bat. B-A-T. Actually, since you're at the thing over there, the yoga class didn't happen at the Sanctum, did it?
No. Technically, I still haven't worked out complete details with the teacher that wanted to do that.
Oh. So, yeah, I guess it probably didn't happen.
I haven't actually
That
seen her
sucks.
around for a bit. She seems to be very, skittish? Is that the word? She seems to get around.
I think so. I've seen her, at the row. Not too long ago. Just, I don't know. I hope she does, find a place to work at.
I had
I really
offers.
want to find a place to do some exercise.
Hopefully things go well. I know that I talked with her and she seemed to be okay with it. I just haven't been able to talk with her since we had that first talk. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know where our mushroom friend. Why are mushroom friends taking so long?
Really shouldn't leave the place wide open like this either. Oh.
Yeah.
Takoyaki. That is such a strange...
What's fishy coffee?
Fishy? What? I don't know. Huh. That's
I kind of wanna try it, but I also don't want to pay for it, you know?
I don't understand that all too well.
Yeah, it's like something weird. Like they haven't. I'm the type of person that is up to trying anything once.
I don't mind trying things, but sometimes trying things can also get me in trouble, so...
Oh, well, so that's part of it. And if you don't know that you would be getting into trouble, then I don't think you should be getting into trouble.
Definitely. Well, if they're not gonna show up anytime within the next 2 minutes, I'm going to head on. I got things that I need to do.
Yeah. Don't know what was that all about. They just said that they had to go home and then they'll be here in a bit. But I guess I didn't ask what a bit was.
Fair enough. So follow their own, though, again, if they're going to head out, they really should close this place down, because otherwise, I mean, people could go in there and just do things.
Yeah. Everyone seems to, like, respect each other's place around here, though. I haven't seen any thieves anyway.
It's
At
because
the
down
row,
here,
though,
it's hard
everywhere.
enough to... down here, it's hard enough to get by, so we look out for each other down here. You get that same sort of feeling down in the wastelands, too.
Yeah. Kinda jealous of it, actually.
It's
But
definitely
there's still some
thankful.
nice people in the row.
I'd probably be afraid to go up to the row. I'd be afraid of someone coercing me or something and I not know. First time I came down here, I was actually coerced by 2 individuals. And one of them made me pet their head. In order to, they sniffed me like a dog and they were like, if you...
Really?
No,
That's funny, though.
No, they sniffed me like a dog, and then they pulled out their sword right beside my head, and they said, "If you touch me again, I will shave my beard."
Oh, we already paid for him
And
There are some very funny characters around here, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
How odd. Wait.
I see you guys are here for something as well.
Asper. Well, we were technically looking for Nia. But, you know, nobody appears to be here, so...
Yeah, unfortunately,
now we're here for nobody.
apparently Moral was the one who was taking care of the place. 4-arm mushroom.
She ran off.
Supposedly they were gonna come back in a couple minutes, but
Oh.
haven't appeared yet.
Well, we can always come back later, I guess.
Oh heck,
We
I'll
go
have
give it
to
to
come
Varen
back
then.
later. I have things that I gotta deal with. It's good talking to you.
We could
Maybe
go to
we
the
could talk more later.
Yeah, it was good to meet you.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a
Hope you
couple
have
other
some good
errands that I
studies
need
and
to run
remember
around
to eat.
doing. But... Down here?
Someone. Fire, maybe. Might as well stop by the shrines at this rate, because I'm not going to be able to do it in the way that I wanted to do it. No, it doesn't look like anyone's over. Maybe with the air district? Maybe?
Yeah, I get that
I see
feeling.
you have seen. She was previously with Mr. Bear.
Excuse me, pardon me. So it's not open either. Damn it.
But otherwise, nothing else.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Pardon?
Thank you for your report. At least
It's
someone
fine.
in here is competent.
Yes, it was an accidental walk into another store. They thought it was there.
Did you take your break yet?
See clearly, it was another person's
I
store.
tried.
We had it.
The person who was running the shop wasn't there, so I couldn't get anything.
Getting into it too much. By
Finer
the way, how did
details.
they get?
Yeah, speaking. I need to eat soon too.
You not?
I wasn't able to eat yesterday, so that's why I'm like, that's why I really need to go do. That's why I'm, like, I'm busy. I need.
Hi, you're back. Hi.
Really
Seems I made a friend. Well, I saved it from getting captured.
Captured? I certainly hope no one's trying to capture
Yeah.
them. They're not
Some
able to
Masaru
be
people were
captured.
trying to get some. No.
Poor darling.
Gosh.
Would you like some milk?
Be careful. Be careful. Masaru is right there, so just be careful.
Indeed, I am.
Hello, Cornelius. Thank you for handling
Hello.
that. They almost
Of
shot some
course.
civilians.
I noticed. And I'm fuck off about it.
Thank you for handling it, though.
If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go do what I needed to do then. And I promise I'll take that break. I promise.
Well, what are you going to do now?
I needed to.
And why is it not a break?
I needed to talk to Theris. And it's not
Question, this is the Coven radio, right?
Where'd you go?
Yes, you are on the Coven radio. Is this you, Nico?
Yeah, I just had a question. When it comes to the Coven, or getting into the, just getting into the building for grabbing books, can anybody open it? Or do you need to have some
Only
special
those who
magic
have a
agreement?
magical affinity. Only those who have a magical affinity. Anyone who can have magical affinity can do that. So,
Oh, so just anyone with magic?
as long as they have the ability to, expel it and stuff.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Titus?
Yeah.
Are you staying out of trouble?
Anyways, excuse
Yes.
Okay. Take that break, or I'll...
I will.
This individual was there as well. I can inform them if that helps.
What? Something going on?
Were they also asking about it?
In front of the sanctum before.
Oh, the
Not quite
magic
asking,
bullets.
but present. They have been thrown. into the pit in front of the sanctum.
Yeah, we don't want anybody getting their hands on them, so we tossed them.
Okay. If not down there, definitely I would also suggest the pit in the shadow area, because there's acid down below. Which I actually have a question.
That, acid, or... Sure, what's up?
I might to think about restricting access from going down there, but I don't want to cut it off because I know that there's resources that you can use down there. Do you know of a way we could possibly go about doing that? That rope just hanging there is just begging for some troublemaker to go down there and try and either get themselves into hurt or find something that might hurt.
I could. We're probably thinking the same thing, but go ahead.
It could take some time, but perhaps a door with an access code.
Okay, we weren't thinking the same thing. Could rebuild the elevator, but make it to where it can only be accessed by a key that you and anybody else that you would deem worthy of it to have a key for. It would take time, but we could do that. Rebuild the elevator. Maybe make it smaller. That way it doesn't take as long, and not too many people can go down at once.
My only worry about that is letting Masaru down there at that point.
Well, Masaru wouldn't have a key for it unless, you told me to give it to them. Because, I mean, I don't have to give them anything. That's if I make it, it's
confidentiality.
Exactly. I mean, do they own the space down there? Like, do they own that space too, or is it just everything up here?
From what I can tell, everything that they say is theirs is such a vague claim. They did call that area their property at one point. I don't know if they still do. I'm aware that they want something down there.
Another idea, perhaps. If the elevator is built and blocked off with access to keys that only certain individuals have, and they ask questions, an unfortunate circumstance that they no longer have access.
Yeah, I mean, do you know of any other ways down there besides just that giant hole? Or is that the only way down there?
There's a passage that I'm privy to personally. But that's because of my role as shrine tender, not anything else.
Fair enough. I mean, I could rebuild the elevator, but the only access point to actually activate it I could make it to be down there. So you would have to go down there first in order to make it go up, and then it could be activated to go down. So that way, only people who can get to it can actually get to it.
Okay. I would just like that thought in the head right now, so that way, because too many people are going down there and nothing's happening to them. When last year, anyone who went down there, the spirits were hostile. And so I thought anything that could possibly get gathered down there that might be harmful, because I know that not every inch of that area down there has been completely scoured. And so there's no telling what might end up being found down there. The barrier on the Necromancer's Lair is gone at this point. And I don't want someone trying to break in there because I know there has to be something dangerous in there. So, that's why I'm trying to prevent bad things from happening sooner.
Yeah, well, what I'll tell you, and that's a pretty costly project. So if you and the Coven are actually interested in getting that done, or you and whatever small group you might have, you can get me the materials in the credits, I can definitely make it happen.
Okay. I'll let you know more once I know more. Thank you for your assistance.
Gotcha. Yeah, no problem.
to eat before time. Hey,
That's scary.
you guys okay?
Hi. Yeah?
Yeah, we're doing okay. How about yourself? You doing alright?
I'm hungry. Very, very hungry.
Hungry?
well.
Yeah, everyone is.
What are you hungry for?
Food. I didn't eat yesterday.
Some people are hungry for
like-
vengeance.
You like melons?
Like I said, I didn't eat yesterday, so anything that's edible and won't make me vomit would be nice.
Alright, well come to me to the grove. I'll go get you something.
Oh, thank you.
It won't fill you up, but it'll do something.
Yeah, it's just
You'll probably at least take the edge
kind
off.
of tastes like a mixture.
It'll get you
Have you ever had a glow melon?
No. To be fair, I
they're
don't
really
eat very
tasty, actually.
healthily.
He grips onto your pant leg and keeps walking.
Wanted to go see if they could find someone.
Oh, actually, Morel is actually at the cafe, so I think I'm gonna go there. So
That sounds perfect.
I'll let
Alright,
you
have a
guys.
good one.
You too. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Can I get
How's
a
it going?
jelly bun, please?
Yeah, of course. Do you want it heated up?
Sure.
They're pretty good heated up.
They sound like they would be.
Yeah.
Sheila is in the wasteland. Their picture was on the post.
Okay. There you go.
Alright. Just run that right there.
Yep, went through.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
No problem. Yeah.
Well, I think the boss man just has some. I mean, I assume so. I feel like he's got like. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see that place one day. Probably not.
Understood. Understood.
Oh god, that looks delicious. That looks like
Hey,
just
Bossman,
a
before I
slather
leave,
of jelly. Mm-hmm.
got some creamer?
So good.
Yeah, of course. Do you want just
I'll take
like
some creamer to go.
regular shit?
Okay.
Or the baker has like a caramel creamer thing. So which one do you want? Normal or like
How much
super
is
sweet?
Here's that break that I said that I would take.
I've never tried to just sell the creamer before, so I don't know, like 400.
Done. Give me that sweet shit.
Okay.
All right.
See, with this stuff, I can turn any dirt,
Cassandra,
coffee into
that is the next thing that I need to do. That's most important.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You're a lifesaver.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, of course.
Try not to have an existential crisis.
Oh, trust me, it's never ending.
Relatable.
Okay. Let's go back. How do we get back to the route? Where are we? What's happening? Do I exist? Am I dead? What's happening?
You are fine now.
Huh. We failed in our mission to get fried flirt nuggets, though. I am sad about that. No day.
No, I'm not starving
Wait, this
anymore.
direction.
Jeez.
We can come back at another time. You okay?
I'm better now. I hadn't eaten yesterday, and so I really needed that.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Do you want to take another one, like, to take back with you?
I wouldn't want to take too much. I can't afford it.
Oh, no, don't worry about they're already made, and like I'm about to close up. So hold on.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Here,
Thank you so much.
take another one. Yeah.
You have a good day.
You too. I'll see you around.
Hello.
Hello, Esper.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is my friend, Kaida. They, were looking, they're interested in maybe learning something about magic a little bit. Maybe at a later time and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Esperine. I'm the Coven Overseer down here, so if you want to learn anything, you feel free to go into our library and read the books there, or, I know, I'm busy today, but I would love to talk with you more maybe another day.
Sure, whenever you're available. I'll be around here more often, it seems.
I'm running around like a chicken without its head.
Remember to take care of yourself.
You wouldn't happen to be a
Sorry, I'm a
doctor,
little
would you?
hungry.
That's okay. Yes, actually, I am.
Great. You're the second doctor today who's told me to take care of myself.
I apologize. It's kind of
It's-
part of our
it's-
nature, I suppose.
It's fine. The other one is a little bit more scary in the sense that they said that they would find me and make sure I take a break if I hadn't taken one, so...
That is, a bit extreme, but...
Little bit, yeah.
They're passionate about their craft, I guess. Anyways, won't keep you guys from whatever you were about to do. I wanted to go find Cassandra to come help me gather some specific materials. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm sorry. I feel terrible being this big and taking up most of the walkway.
Oh, it's really
it's
no
fine.
problem. You can't help it.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Also, I might have to take you up sometime on tailoring, considering, well, it's hard to find clothes of my size.
Oh, of course. I would definitely help you out if you're definitely looking for interesting
This
attire and
can't be
look.
reflected on the
Something
model,
that'll
but
fit you
a
like
the
the
screen
model.
would
Keep
be
you in
gritting
mind.
cartoons.
What is your name again? I mean, your appearance is easily rememberable, but I don't know your name.
Oh. My name is Lilith. Lilith Duskweaver.
Fitting. The name I expect.
Thank you.
I'll be on my way then. Is that a piece of broccoli?
No, it's a cyan leaf. It's a medical plant. You can use it to make all sorts of medicines.
Drugs. You're carrying drugs
No,
on your
medicine.
person out in
No,
public.
This is
Oh
not
no,
a
I
drug.
might have to take you in for questioning. Are you a drug dealer?
No. No. Well, these can be used to make bandages, and they can be used to make stimulants and everything. Not drugs.
No, it's actually a good point. Cassandra, if you're free, can you meet me at the Sanctum?
I can be there in 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. It doesn't get too dirty. I should think up a spell for something. I know that usually the basis of prestidigitation is usually targeted at oneself, but maybe there's a way that you could do prestidigitation targeting elsewhere. Maybe something small. I don't think small things should hurt me all that much. Maybe a headache. Hopefully it doesn't hurt me. I don't think it would. Would it? Maybe? I don't know. But there's only one way to find out is to test it. It might be superficial damage. Maybe that's it. Superficial damage causes superficial damage. Like a bruise or something, or just something tingly. Vesper certainly knows several shortcuts. Finish I intended. I can go ahead. Attend the other. I need to do it now. God. Man, I was really hoping that people would have showed up earlier. I should have just done it earlier. Maybe I should just take command instead of just waiting to be a community. Running around talking to people like this is exhausting. Especially if they're not going to come here and listen. What's the point? What's the point if people don't listen? Need to fix this. Need to go gather material. I probably can gather materials for this beforehand. I'm gonna have to use at least 2, maybe 3 slots of magic. I feel like there's a rock in my boot. Hey.
I'm sorry for the delay.
You're fine. I went ahead and tended the shrine outside, and I was actually afraid that I would be late. So, can you come with me into the library, please? I told the others that or at least Lilith, that I was going to be asking for your assistance in gathering some items. So that's what we'll be doing. Officially. I wanted to take you somewhere and talk to you about something. And I want to point out that what I'm about to tell you stays between us. Period.
Fair enough.
We are all called to the shadow at one point. I don't know why, but it seems to protect a certain number of us. I knew someone who was protected. Unfortunately, situations dictated that they weren't around anymore. And so it was left to me to ensure that Shadow is protected. How close to your own shadow are you? How much do you value it?
More than I do my affinity for Earth.
it's important to you. For me, shadows gave me strength. Even though they can hurt. I tried casting a spell, and this is what happens to me when I cast magic. Once I drink a health potion, it should go away. Should, being the operative word, but hopefully it will. But that's not here nor there. I think I want to show you something, and we'll be going down the necropolis first. I'll take you to the Shadow Shrine specifically, while we have our conversation. At least down there I feel there's less possibility of being walked up on.
I think you're probably right.
I mean,
Not really touch everything else. Kind of just a routine.
looking at the hole.
Pardon me. We're just making a pit stop. Don't mind me.
Alright. We was up there looking for shrooms.
And shrooms you seem to have found.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Are they the kind that make you trip out and see crazy shit? Or different?
Don't have
I
a
haven't
tendency
tried
to
it yet.
eat troll
It's on the
shrooms.
to-do list, though.
I can try it for you.
You're welcome to it if you'd like. There's more around.
Might have to think of the after this. Actually, whatever. feel kind of bad. I'm just like stealing your mushroom.
Whatever. Look, this is science. I learn from this as much as you do.
Indeed. Sorry to peel off you. I'm just waiting for God.
You're fine.
Yes, what do you need?
I'm going to eat this mushroom, and I want to know what will happen to me when I do.
You're just gonna straight up eat the mushroom? Oh, hold on. There you go.
Yes.
Now it's time. Go ahead.
By the way, Skull, I have something to DM you later.
Take a
Not
bite
the
and
brush
it
texture.
tastes mushroomy and feel a little bit of surge of mana, but not enough to do anything of relevance to you. It's got a nice aftertaste.
Indeed, a bit of a tingle.
Feeling a little tingly. Right, there you go.
It's actually not too bad. Someone should make a food out of this. I think Masaru should start making food out of this.
Well, I've considered a
Thank you for
recreational
the-
potion out of it. If there's one to be had, I'll let you know.
Fantastic. I mean, if such information is to be found, we would be happy to supply you with monetary compensation for such information.
That would be lovely.
Indeed. We are all, while we may be seen as the oppressors of the Undercity, we are, first and foremost, always looking to further improve magical knowledge and the future of magic.
Of course.
Anyway, you two enjoy picking mushrooms. Take care.
You as well.
What did you do? Hi! Hi! How are you guys doing?
I'm doing a lot better now, actually.
Oh, what? Is
some-
everyone
I
just
got
having
some
a
really
field
good- I
day
know.
down there?
Were there others?
I don't know. I just saw like
the dragon.
There's the dragon come from over here.
I was asked by that one. Spirit things.
You're fine.
And
I'm just.
I need to.
I'm not used to there being so much traffic here. You know.
You two, you at least, you dealt with this weird pill bug?
Yeah, I want to murder it.
Is it still causing havoc?
Is that like the plan? Well, no, I mean, I just heard about it from some others. Does
Is
it
it
need
still
to go?
here?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it around. I just heard that you had dealt with it. I wanted to figure out what the deal was.
Is it still here?
I don't think so. I mean, the Matharu guards seem to indicate that it would be dealt with. Look, the spirits seemed not too happy with it. Is this like a case where punting it into the
it
pit is
shot.
like a good idea?
It literally shot a spirit.
Yeah.
It shot a
Like a
spirit.
gun,
it almost
bang,
shot
bang.
me in the head.
Gotcha. Well, they seemed afraid of
There's a little PTSD with having something being shot at my head.
Careful with the approaching at the edge of a pit right above acid. I don't have my cloak on right now.
Sorry.
Well, in any case, best of luck on your travels. I guess we're looking for
I got some really, really good news. I'm still processing it. There's a lot.
Okay.
Thank you, Tyan. I owe you anything. Just let me know.
What about? Where? What were you doing down there?
I talk again in words.
What were you doing down there? What about it makes you happy? Or better yet, can we head on down there?
God,
Since
God, I wish I could just do this and float away with you. That'd be hilarious.
I'm in the middle of something.
But no, you have to wear your fancy dress, and I know you hate it when I do that.
I only had this for 2 days. Or worn it for 2 days. I've had it for a year.
If you're busy, I'll just tell you about it later. But it's really, really good news. At least for me.
Great.
And you'll like it too.
Okay. Wonderful. We will have a heart-to-heart as soon as I'm done with what I need to do. I need to go collect some resources, which
I am not stopping you.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
It's lovely seeing you, alright.
Oh.
Are there zombies down here? She said watch out for zombies.
Watch out for Why are there zombies? There shouldn't be zombies down here. There wasn't zombies.
Look, I didn't bring a gun, so...
We'll be fine. We'll be
I sure
fine.
hope not.
God, can a person come sneaking around in the middle of the shadows without being found? Why is there so many people coming out of here? I come down here to tan things. Okay, breathe. You know?
You could just cut the rope.
And someone will just tie a new rope because we did that before. And then there was a new rope.
Fair enough.
Anyways. A little bit of a history lesson. A long time ago, there was a shadow mage. She lived in the upper city. Unfortunately, something went wrong, or whatnot. I don't know the exact details behind it. But she was cast out. She encountered a being of shadow who sought to protect her, to teach her and nurture her. However, magic was brand new then, and people were afraid of it. So they began to brand magic users as things to fear. Because of how gross, I guess one might could say, shadow can tend to be. The magic users, to save their own skin, started accusing anyone who possessed that of shadow as being the ones who were doing wrong. And so, slowly but surely, but every shadow mage was killed off, save but one. They ran off, finding a safe haven and recording knowledge to make sure that anyone didn't fall to the same fate. The hatred for the shadows is still there. The stigma, perpetuated by people who would misuse shadow as well, like the necromancer, trying to harm the world and bring it under his control, when magic itself is supposed to be free. It has its place. I don't want this to happen again, and that's why we exist. Those who are called by Shadow were chosen to protect it, and those like it. How willing are you to protect the Shadow?
I don't exactly relish the idea of having part of me ripped out. So I'm at least on board for selfish reasons.
Of course.
I don't know that there's really an altruistic interest for me, but
maybe self-interest is
I also don't know what or who we're fighting.
I don't know what we're fighting either, but all I know is that things are going to get troublesome. And these omens, these bad feelings, I don't know how long till they start blaming those who have shadows. How long till we become the scapegoats? It might be paranoia.
What omens?
People are saying that they feel chills down their spine. Tinin mentioned those nightmare spirits. There are things that are hostile. And I am aware that people are quick to jump to conclusions whenever they smell blood in the water.
Do you think it might not be Shadow?
I don't know what it is. It sounds like Shadow, but it could be anything. It could even be people manipulating it for their own selfish gain. But if you are willing to
If it is Shadow, will you protect it anyways?
All things are part of an integral balance. You cannot have life without death. Knowledge of Shadow is also about guiding it too. I wouldn't abolish these things, but I would certainly try to guide it back to being not hostile. People will want to snuff out the problem, while I will want to fix the problem.
This necromancer of... called this the Necropolis?
Yes.
He seems to have amassed quite a, quite a thing down here.
Yes. Which is also one of the things that I'm trying to protect Masaru from getting their hands on. Anything that they might end up finding out.
Down here.
No, it's not. There are also smiles that they put on their faces. Trying to be helpful. They're most likely lying to us or hiding something. Waiting to put on a song and dance until they have something, some reason, some intangible to build against us. It's only a matter of time before they show their true colors. Are you willing to help me? So that we can't be a victim.
Yeah. Yeah, I have nothing against Masaru in particular, but I'm not a fan of corporations in general.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about
I'll
you.
help you.
Something that tells me you're trustworthy. be it because who protects me told me to seek you out. Most likely that's it. But what I'm about to show you, no one must know. On pain of death, no one must know, lest we be written off from the world again.
Agreed.
Place your hand upon this. There.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Welcome to the Dusk's Daughter's Sanctum.
The Dusk's daughters?
Yes, Dusk. Grim Lord Dusk is who protects us.
The entity you spoke of?
Yes.
Is he one of those corpses in the rafters?
No. He's a being of shadow, from what I've checked. Excuse me. So it appears I am doing yoga.
Indeed.
Grim Lord Dusk, I've brought one of shadow to you that you've requested.
I see. Good. My dear daughter. You have found another of my children.
There is but one more. I have seen them, but they walk among corporates. I'm afraid of their loyalty, should I bring them in.
Their looks are to deceive, my dear daughter. Their loyalties to the shadows passed away. Like both of you.
I see. Then if you wish it, I will bring them here as well.
I would very much like to see my other daughter. Please, once you have the other, the task can begin again.
Esper, are you there at the sanctum?
By your predecessors.
You have to say that one more time. I unfortunately had someone talking in my ear.
Is anyone there at the sanctum?
A task uncompleted.
Wide open.
I am here. but still not.
Oh, you can come in. It's, I'm inside the library.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Task completed, will I be able to protect you both? And your third, much more carefully. These swords still bind me to the world beyond. Since others cracks between our worlds widen further. My voice resonates more clearly beyond the sanctum now, but still restrained. Be watchful, my children. For mana from beyond your world invades, tool of old restored. Place the radiance of soul dares not to tread. My daughter, let me see you better. You're beautiful. You all are.
Thank you.
As one of my own, you will be protected as best as I can. As you see, my state is quite sorry. But from you all, only with all of you together, can you bring me back to here.
Yes. Of course. Thank you for your protection.
I will always protect you, my daughters, as you continue to believe in me, your mother. Now, please, find your other sister, my daughter, and then we can truly begin
Of course.
to rise from the shadows.
Yes, Lord.
Now you see what I serve. Who I serve.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest with you, that was the first time that I've been able to truly see their visage.
The swords.
Bindings, it looks like.
And where to break them.
That seems to be our task. I don't believe anyone should be imprisoned.
At the lesson you spoke that you said that spirits could be bound.
Yes.
What is... This is a place of secrets, I guess. Why are we in the necromancer's domain? Was he...
No.
one of us?
No. His lair is over there. This is just a place where the veil between our world and shadow is thinnest. This is why there are those who would take the knowledge that we are gifted and use it incorrectly. I understand the dangers of shadow. This is evidence of those dangers, and it's why we exist to prevent this from happening and prevent us from being blamed for it as well.
It is not my experience that one can protect without power.
That's why our first task is to make sure that our benefactor can assist us. What little power they control, they have shown me that I am safe. I did not lie. Last year, it was very hostile down here. Plenty of people can attest to that. But I walked down here freely, without harm, without danger. And I felt the Shadow Mother's eyes upon me the entire time, protecting me.
The Shadow Mother is the same as Grimlord Dusk?
Perhaps. I'd like to believe so. But I felt differences in the entities. But I have a feeling that they both serve the same goal. Both of them have the same kind of protective feeling about them.
I see. What are these? These don't appear to be of mana. At least not... well...
To answer
They're
your
not
question,
dissimilar.
I don't know. Not yet. I was told that I would be informed more on my task once we are reassembled. I must find the
So
other...
we need the yoga instructor.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
but
fuck.
I serve the shadow. If it protects me, it has shown me no harm, and has given me a place to call home, I see no reason to believe that it does not trust another. If it believed her to be one of danger, then it would not ask us to bring her to him. And even if such a thing is possible, there are ways and methods of preventing things as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know if
that she should join those in the rafters.
I don't know if I could ever bring myself to do such a rash thing. But I know when I was brought in, that was the threat that was placed upon me. That should any of this fall into enemy hands, my life would be forfeit. And I believe that to be true even if I did not do it. They would find us and they would exterminate us all. Out of fear, out of the unknown. They'd claim what we have as their own, exploit the knowledge here left to us.
This enemy, you don't know who it is.
They spoke of the Radiant. There's only one person that I know that has anything to do with that, and that's Bo. She was given the title Lightbringer. She holds the power of light within their hands.
That's not ominous.
The good news is that they do not like coming down here. It brings back bad memories. I don't know if you've noticed.
Aspirine, I'm checking out the radio to make sure you've taken your break. Have you done so?
Yes, actually. I ended up having 2 jelly buns, actually. I bought one and then Moral gave me another one so I could actually have more than one. It was really nice. But yes, I've taken my break. Thank you for checking in, though.
Of course. Good job.
I know it's a lot to take in. It was a lot when I took it in. Trust me. I had only been kicked out of my home for about maybe a week at most. And I came down here and shouldered with the task of being the shrine tender. And then taught a secret passageway to the necropolis that could kill me.
Yeah.
But I can't do this alone. As Dust said. He was loath to trust the yoga instructor. She did not seem appropriate.
Is there some strange rule of 3? There's 3 of these crystals and the 3 of us.
No.
Were there 3 before?
I don't know how many there were before. To my knowledge, there was only 2. Before me and someone else.
See. I take it this person's not around anymore.
No. Not to my. I haven't seen them in a year. One of which told me that they was leaving off-road completely. They were running. They didn't want to be involved with Masaru anymore. They were too afraid of being used. The other one I just didn't hear from. They might be still out there, or they might have passed on.
This, Well, I think I'd rather not be on the wrong side of things. If and when that thing ever does get out of here.
I would not see a reason for them to be hostile. Fury in spirits might be unbridled, and there's a possibility that there might be some there, but they seem so gentle.
But, well,
call it blind faith.
In that, I will have to trust you. You said when we were outside that you felt that I'm someone you could trust. You should disabuse yourself of that notion. I'd gladly throw you to Pete if it served my goals.
See. And what are your goals?
What I want most in the world is to burn Avalon to the ground.
Then our paths align.
Good enough for me.
But do realize
Like I said, I'm not
you
an
can't
altruist.
do that, single-handedly do that. We have our own reasons.
No.
But we have the same goal.
No, I had considered that, well, there's a fanciful dream I have of one can't possibly topple a corporation in a lifetime. At least not a normal one.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Is this...
I'm...
If you are to achieve your goal, then we must trust one another.
Fair enough. What of this place?
The necropolis?
Is
What
it of
about
use?
Most everything that is useful was either moved into here or is within the necromancer's sanctum. I'm finding out what Rayleigh found out. Maybe it was something to do with that.
What is this sanctum of his?
Where it was referred to as the necromancer's lair. So across the bridge over there. A place that I do believe is probably infested with undead.
Oh. Perhaps, at some point, it would be worth making a pilgrimage of sorts.
Trust me.
Whether or not you agree with his means, if he was able to have this much power drawing on Shadow, there might be something of use to us.
I did not say that I didn't agree with his means. There are things that are useful in application. But he was foolish. He let himself get caught. He got drunk on power. And this is the price that he paid. I am just wary to not follow in that exact same footstep.
I suppose that's fair. Well, I guess we have a pretty clear next step. Find this foolish girl.
Yes. And one thing. I understand what you mean. About not trusting you.
What?
I understand what you mean about not trusting you. But eliminating me serves no purpose, as you will need to find another. It will only delay your goal. And in this, I need to know that you will at least serve Dusk faithfully. I cannot, will not, risk my home being taken from me by corporate overlords who think they know better.
Yes. Yes, on that we're agreed.
Good. I will be comfortably wary. I'll make sure of that. But I guess
I'll be
that
honest,
also-
if you trusted me wholly, I'd think you a fool.
I don't trust anyone. Save for one. Really.
Really? Really? Hmm.
She doesn't talk about it, but she too is gifted with shadow.
But not one of us. A pity. She does seem a better fit than the yoga instructor.
Trust me, there are a few that I would find a better fit than the yoga instructor.
We should probably away. We've been gone a while, and at least several people unfortunately observed our presence.
I'll show you to exit, but only take this entrance if it's necessary or you know you're not followed. Right hand side.
Good.
I'm going to hastily run to all the shrines and then find out what Rayleigh wanted.
Suppose I will see you later.
Of course. Excuse me? Pardon me?
Well, I'd still like to put in an order for one, if by any chance you do get some.
Actually, and see about finding some.
Give me a D20 roll. Oh, nice. OP. 2 in a row. Nice. Nice. Because I needed to check if Esperine was okay. Because me doing that scene, my knees are shaking right now. I was so nervous. I didn't want to fuck that scene up. Aaron's gotten quite a bit of offerings today. Good. Actually. Offering of mana for you in exchange for one of your crystals. Thank you, me love. Well, so nervous. That's what I saw someone say, that they loved the little... He was foolish. He let himself get caught. It was a line that was said to Esper when she first got into it.
I taught her how to say yo.
Yeah, stop standing in the doorway.
Don't have anywhere else to stay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, do you not?
Yeah.
Do you not have a
Excuse me.
house?
Pardon me? Excuse me?
I'm staying at the motel.
How
over
are you
there.
doing?
But I mean,
I'm good. I'm waiting for the.
I mean, we have
Oh,
enough
you-
space, I guess, if you can't get up there, but it sounds like you're also housing.
There it is.
Bruh.
Yo.
Yeah.
Crush.
I mean, I think we have an outlet.
but I
I just
don't-
sleep.
On the phone. I need to get.
left side.
He's got a lot of shit in here.
Should pull out the
Oh,
card.
okay. So you guys have to get up there.
Fucking God! I just taught a spear how to
Yeah,
save
you go.
just 700.
Wait,
Awesome.
wait, what? Do it
Thank you.
again.
But yeah, I'll definitely come
I
here.
can't hear
and
it.
tell you
Hold on, I wanted to
stories.
see your
Hi, good time.
Excuse me.
Am I still
Yes?
do that yoga?
You're a friend, right?
Yeah, here, take
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't have much time, so.
Sorry, I
what?
was going to ask you when
should
would be an
probably-
appropriate
Or
time to
whatever,
actually
whatever
meet
your
with
stuff's
you.
on.
I'm
You have a
S3E4.
phone?
Yeah.
That,
Maybe
I guess,
tomorrow.
old-fashioned
I'm
thing?
the overseer of the company.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I can
share
reach out to you
music
tomorrow.
thing?
Yes. Thank you.
So,
I'll let you have your food, sorry.
But yeah, if you add something to that, or if we add something to that, we should be able to share it.
Fine, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Let's see. Squishy. Let's see. Oh goodness. Wow. Water, you were popular today, it seems. Dumplings too, jeez. Water spirit's gonna be fat today. Well, tomorrow. Oh, well. Oh, actually. Sitting here trying to use the pocket system, it doesn't seem to want to work. Oh, not important. I ain't got that much time. Yeah, supposedly you can put items into the backpack. Though maybe, I bet I know what it is. I bet I have to actually take them off of my person for them to work.
Esperine, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm currently at the, heading towards the fire shrine. What is it?
Have you gone all the shrines today, or no?
Almost all of them.
Because I have a rather urgent thing I need to take care of, somewhere specific.
Yes,
So, I think you'll want to hear me out.
yes, give me 5 minutes. I'll be as fast as possible. Meet me in front of the sanctum.
Well, I'm, in the fire district right now, so
Oh, okay.
I can meet you down by the incinerator, if that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me. Huh. I no longer lose feeling in my legs when I lose tracking. Interesting. Cool. Yes, I'm too busy to be afraid. I didn't even do my pyromancy roll because I just don't have the time for it.
Hiya.
Hello.
Keep your voice down for me. I'm not gonna, it's a little too hot. You see this? My son took 3 of them without giving an offering.
I see.
So we're gonna have to go make up for that.
Okay. Yeah. That was one of the last places that I needed to...
Okay. Well, if you want to handle it with me, I'll have to be down there to help.
Yeah.
I don't think that, given that they were all purged at the morning too, 3 more of them were taken in the morning as well. So, we'll have to handle it.
Let me drop
It's
this
getting a
off
little
at
warm
the...
now.
Yeah, let me drop this off at the sanctum and then we can head down there.
Okay, that's fine.
Hangover cure. Oh, sorry,
Oh,
were you
yeah.
saying something?
No, you're good.
Hey, is anyone in there?
Hello?
Oh yeah, she's right there.
Is there
Holy shit.
something that I
Hello.
can help
Oh my
you with?
god. You fly too?
I wish. It'd
Oh
make
yeah, I
things
just
a lot
wanted to.
easier.
Yeah, I wanted to take you up on that offer about that. What was it? You said like a measuring affinities and all that.
Oh, yeah. Do you think you could come back here first thing in the morning? I know we don't have a lot of time for the sleepers, and I still have one task to get care of.
Ah, of course. Well, all right then. I won't take any more of your time. But
Just the first
I'll
thing in the
try to be
morning,
here
and we'll
first thing in the
handle it,
morning
okay?
then.
Awesome. That would be great.
Yeah.
Are you a guard for Masaru?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. You got like a PhD or something?
Got a certification for stuff. And you were?
For stuff. That's
Jillian.
wonderfully vague.
It's so wonderfully explained. I know.
Understood. So,
You'll have to bear
what
with
is it
me.
you do, Dr. Sato? Okay, you're like a
Attempt to deal with
doctor.
any
Okay.
magical
Okay.
Magic doctor kind of thing.
I try. I'm trying my best. You know what kind magical ailments are a bit more on the newer
Yeah.
side of things. So I'm trying my
we've
best
heard all
down here.
kinds.
But have
That's
a good day.
understandable. Oh yeah, take care.
It's nice meeting you,
around.
Clyde and Julia. Gosh. I guess I'm gonna have to be extremely nice today. It's gonna wear me out a bit, but it's necessary.
Balance in all things. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't get easier. I'm so out of shape. Ow.
Indeed.
I didn't hear that before. Is it like a heartbeat down here?
I think that might just be sort of how things are.
So, I have a mana affinity, which means I have access to like all those weird, like obscure
It means
things.
shadow, soul, mind, body.
Yeah, none of which I have any idea about.
Well,
It's not as straightforward as,
soul often
elemental
deals
stuff.
with that of the living. Strange.
What?
Just another mana crystal just sitting down here.
Were you down here earlier?
No, I wasn't. I was aware that other
Strange.
people have come down here, though. It's apparently been a popular spot, and it kind of made me very upset to hear that people were wandering down here without proper...
Don't walk towards me here. This is gonna be a bit bigger than normal.
Of course.
I don't want to hurt you. You saw it, but I've gotten a bit better with it since.
Of course.
I'm gonna try to get a bit more mana than normal.
Of course.
Oh, that made me dizzy.
You're okay. Do you need assistance?
Coven members, just so everyone knows, there's more pill bugs in the fire district. I told them not to shoot anything, but, you know.
Thanks.
Have fun with that.
Pill bugs.
Okay.
Are you okay?
That was a little bit more than I expected. I'm fine. I'm fine. Give me a moment. Chester, you're on the radio.
Chester. Who's Chester?
Butthurt. That floaty cat boy.
Oh, so that's the thing.
The one in the black hoodie.
Like the story.
Like the story. And that is?
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. That was the first one I showed him. I'm so dizzy. I might have overdone it a little bit, Esper. That was a bad idea.
Hopefully, you'll feel your strength come back here in a moment. If the things that bind this reality worked correctly, I would have a mana potion to hand you, but yeah, that's not working, so smile.
It's fine. I won't need it. I can kind of see now, a bit whenever my eyes are closed, how it's comforting down here. Just a little bit.
I think it's the solitude.
Fine. Fair. I mean, coming down here alone isn't always better whenever there's people with you.
I've been alone all my life. Well, most of my life.
That's no way to live.
I was fine with it. I'm still fine with it.
Well, having a family to count on is a bit nicer.
We technically still have family. I just don't know where they are.
Fuck. I'm sure we'll find something eventually.
Monday.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Do be careful.
Magic isn't my forte.
You notice.
So, sorry. Although spirits, on the other hand, I do like them quite a lot.
They seem to like you too.
You think so?
Something there.
Perhaps. I wasn't born down here or anything, so
There are a lot of
having
people
them
who are
like
down
me would
here
seem
that
a little
aren't
unlikely.
born here.
It does seem like a place that a lot of people escape to, huh?
Mm-hmm. Try to, at least.
So, that's the necromancer's lair there.
Yes.
I see.
A place that should
You know,
stay
necromancy seems
locked
like a
up
bunch
tight.
of bullshit. Bringing someone back from the dead just is impossible. Even I would know that. Even with all the shit that Avalon does, it's not truly bringing someone back from the dead.
You'd like to brand it that way, then, wouldn't they?
They definitely would. And I'm sorry, arms, bear with me. Actually, I should be 100% where I go up that. I don't want to fall.
Understandable.
What's all this stuff here?
Acid.
Okay. It's a little less nice. Yeah. I'm not having a good day all of a sudden.
Yeah, these purple bulbs are usually filled with acid. Usually. They're inert now.
Oh boy, people are calling me. What is it, Lucio? We can go up, by the way. I should be fine.
Okay.
What is it, Lucio? Sure. You can get your stuff settled and bring something to sleep on, okay? I don't want you to be uncomfortable there. You can join us for movie night. Thanks, Esperine.
Of course.
It's greatly appreciated.
Sorry that I wasn't able to
You'll
help
have to
you
teach me a bit
sooner.
more.
I've been...
It's okay.
The meeting that I wanted to have with Coven happened way later than it was supposed to. And so everything got pushed back. But anyways, I'm gonna run and do the mushroom
Lucio.
and then run back home, so I'll talk to you later.
Let me
Okay?
know, let me know whenever you're there so I can let you in. I didn't clean the mushroom one, but I gave an offering there earlier.
Ah, okay. It's good practice for me
I
to
also
keep an
gave
eye
it.
on
I gave one there, and I gave one to the Grove one.
it. I usually don't worry about the grove, though I didn't get to it today.
I got to it. I didn't clean it, but I got an offering to it. So, good luck with the mushroom one. Stay safe. Don't get eaten by the sweepos.
I won't. Thank you. Sorry about the quick job that I had to do, but you will just have to deal with it for now. Thank you. I'm going to have to do my study. It's good. Go deeper. Okay. I really need another potion. Once I get out of here, it won't be the most comfortable place to sleep, but I will definitely have the ability to do some reading.